My beloved child, draw near, beloved one, because you are here in this moment for a reason. This isn't coincidence or chance. Something deep inside you has been reaching out, and I have brought you here to meet that longing. Listen gently as these words settle into your heart, because what I'm giving you right now is meant specifically for you. You may wonder if someone stronger or more deserving should hear this instead. But I see you exactly as you are. Your doubts and weariness don't dull my love for you. If you turn away now, the questions inside you will still whisper, and the ache will still ask to be answered. My invitation will follow you until your heart is ready to receive peace. Breathe softly. Feel the air enter your lungs. That breath is a sign of how close I am, attentive to every tremble of your spirit. I know the questions you've carried alone. Will this day be better? Will life ever change? Am I more than the cycles that drain me? You are not hidden from me. I have never once lost sight of you. Let the warmth of my presence settle gently over your mind, not as a weight, but as shelter, a soft covering protecting you from the pressures that keep pulling you back into fear. You don't need to prove yourself worthy of comfort. It is yours because you belong to me. In the rush of anxieties and endless tasks swirling through your thoughts, I call you to remember. Think of a morning when light slipped through your window and you felt even a trace of hope. That flicker wasn't accidental. It wasn't the result of your effort. It was my spirit reminding you that new strength and new mercies are waiting for you today. Let that small hope rise again, tender but real. I am in the stillness before the world awakens. You may still feel unsure as you start each day, tangled in the same questions that try to claim your peace. What if you never change? What if fear is louder than faith? What if disappointment comes again? Hear me clearly. I am not upset by your doubts or tired of your wrestling. My hands remain steady, and long before you reach for me, I reach for you. Even when shadows from your past try to pull you backward, my light remains untouched and unwavering. I'm not waiting for you to be perfect before coming close. I'm with you in the process, loving you as you grow. Lay down the burdens you've carried so long they almost feel like part of your identity. Released regrets, constant striving, the belief that you must work harder to be accepted, set them down. Rest your spirit in my presence. What meets your effort is grace, not demand. Let my acceptance seep into the hidden places in you. The parts you fear make you unqualified for love. I do not see you as the sum of your struggles. I see the one I cherish, held securely in my hands. There is no shame in admitting you need help. There is no weakness in confessing your weariness. I am the one who bends close, who hears every cry that never reaches another human ear. As you cup your hands, physically or in your heart, let it symbolize your readiness to receive what I'm offering. My provision for you today is new, not leftovers from past miracles. Fresh kindness meets you in this very moment. If you feel empty or poured out by life's demands, remember that emptiness is room I am ready to fill. Look around you. Even in a noisy world full of distractions, I plant seeds of hope in quiet corners. The unexpected encouragement, the sunrise that refuses to dim, the laughter that breaks through heavy days. Notice these soft reminders. I am not absent from your ordinary moments. I delight in surprising you with gentle signs of faithful love, even when you overlook them. Each kindness is a whisper calling you back to trust. You don't need to see the whole path before taking your next step. I know you long for certainty, for a clear map that guarantees everything will turn out how you hope. but I invite you into trust. Trust that I am already standing in the places you are heading toward. My guidance isn't a tightrope demanding flawless balance. It is the steady support of my hand beside you, teaching you courage one moment at a time. Release your need to control every outcome. Lean instead into my promises, secure through every unknown. On days when anxiety presses in and old lies try to convince you that nothing will change, pause and remember this truth. I am with you, unwavering. When fear tightens around your chest, imagine my hand resting gently on your shoulder, grounding you in a reality bigger than what your senses can perceive. My peace is not fragile. It doesn't rise and fall with your emotions. It is steady, available in every breath, welcoming you back each time you lose your way. No matter how many times you've tried to start again, my mercies remain fresh. Yesterday's failures do not disqualify you. The battles you fight in secret do not diminish your worth. Let gratitude meet you in small ways. A moment of quiet, a breath that comes easier, a glimpse of unexpected beauty. As you lift your face toward me, know that I delight in you. I am eager to guide you into wider spaces of hope. Your story is not over. New beginnings are already unfolding. Let your heart soften as I draw close, for I am nearer than your own breath. I see every longing, every silent question. As the soft light of morning enters your room, recognize this moment as a doorway. I stand with you, aware of the weight you carry, the memories you wish would fade, the dreams you're afraid to speak aloud. Don't stare at yesterday's shadows. Listen to my reassurance. You are seen. You are loved. You are held. My care is personal, immediate, and deeply present. It comes in the peace that settles your worries and the calm that finds you before the world grows noisy again. When your thoughts swirl like restless winds, set them before me. Worry was never meant to be your daily companion. Let every breath remind you of my nearness. Picture my steady hand on your shoulder, bringing you back to the present, anchoring you in quiet strength. Doubt will try to distract you. Questions about your worth, fears about mistakes, anxiety about things you can't control. But I see beyond your fears. Where you see impossibility, I see the very space where my grace is preparing to unfold. Look for the small gifts around you, soft morning light on your table, the smell of coffee rising, the stillness before daily demands rush in. These simple moments carry my love, slow, unhindered, easy to receive. Let gratitude rise in you even before you see answers. Gratitude makes room for my presence and grows new faith in the soil of your heart. You carry pressure to have everything figured out, to predict every turn, to guarantee a perfect future. I don't expect that of you. Set aside the belief that you must control everything by your own will. Offer me your open hands. There's freedom in releasing the illusion of control. When you loosen your grip, my peace settles deeper. The world may push you to rush, but I move with perfect timing, never late, never hurried. Trust that my timing carries only goodness for you. There are aches in your soul, longing for direction, healing, clarity, belonging. Let me be your answer even before circumstances shift. My purpose for you is steady and unbreakable. It doesn't depend on flawless execution or the approval of others. Your future is shaped more by my presence than by ideal conditions. When discouragement rises in hidden moments, remember that I am cultivating resilience within you. Waiting is not stagnation. Wait with me, and you will see the good work I've begun unfold in ways you never expected. There will be mornings when heaviness greets you, when unresolved conflict or loneliness presses against your chest. If your heart carries wounds within your family or a longing for connection, know that I draw near to the brokenhearted. My compassion isn't limited by painful patterns or disappointment. I gather every aching part of you and mend with tenderness the places others cannot see. Allow yourself to believe, slowly, gently, that restoration is possible for you. Every act of forgiveness, every quiet prayer for unity delights me more than you understand. Some days you wonder if your significance has faded under the weight of routine, if your small choices matter. Listen closely. Nothing you do in love is unnoticed. Every kindness, every moment you choose patience over irritation, every fight against discouragement, I see it all. I celebrate each step that leans toward hope. You are never invisible to me. Let this truth shape your day with quiet confidence. As you move forward, know that you never walk alone. My guidance is gentle and sure. Sometimes a whisper in stillness, sometimes a desire that refuses to fade. I walk with you through joy and sorrow, crowds and loneliness alike. Even in your uncertainty, my invitation remains. Come closer. Let my goodness define your story. Everything you surrender, I redeem. Everything you entrust, I protect. Voices may rise to challenge your worth or question my promises, but when doubts shout, remember who holds you. I am your steady foundation. Before seeking solutions, rest for a moment in the certainty that you belong. Every sigh, every pause in your morning rush can become a prayer of trust. My faithfulness does not depend on your strength. It does not disappear when you feel weak. Where you are fragile, I give grace. Where you come to the end of yourself, my possibilities begin. Hold tightly to this truth. You are my beloved, not because of anything you achieve, but simply because you are mine. My commitment to you is firm. Nothing today can separate you from my love. Walk forward as someone protected and cherished. I am already in every space you will enter, ready to transform even ordinary moments with my presence. Your story still has room for surprise. Let hope rise gently within you. Beloved, I know the weight of expectations you carry, the way you compare today with yesterday, hoping something will finally shift. As the morning light touches your room, doubt presses close, whispering its familiar lies. You wonder if my promise of nearness can stand against your worries, your unfinished prayers, the loved ones you haven't seen change. Feel your heartbeat, still steady, still searching, still alive with questions you barely speak. Don't fear hope's trembling. Even your quiet sigh is heard. I breathe with you in this moment, steady and sure. Let morning's gentleness settle over you. The room may feel ordinary, unchanged, but my mercy is new again. Notice it in the coolness on your skin or the small ease in your shoulders. Stop chasing answers for just a moment. Let your soul be still. Feel your feet grounded. Listen to the hush around you. I am closer than your worries, nearer than your breath. Some days your mind circles old anxieties like a bird searching for a place to land. You rehearse what might go wrong, replay conversations, study problems you haven't even faced yet. You stack responsibilities like stones that seem too heavy to move. But hear me, I never asked you to carry this alone. My hands are strong enough to hold every sorrow and longing. Lean into my care. There is grace for what's unfinished, honor in every honest sigh, and courage for each small step. Many times you've asked, if you're with me, why does the waiting feel so long? What feels slow is not neglect. I work in the unseen places, tending roots you don't yet notice. Patience is not punishment, it's preparation. I'm shaping your character with the same gentle persistence as the dawn forming on the horizon. When you surrender impatience and choose trust even without relief, you create room for my peace to grow. The season you're in has purpose as real as the breath you take. Let gratitude rise in the places where frustration tries to take over. When the day ahead feels overwhelming, pause and notice what I've placed before you. The face of someone you love, the resilience that lifted you from bed, the assurance that none of your tears or sighs are wasted. I gather every vulnerable moment. My comfort is a gentle hand resting on your heart. Gratitude doesn't deny your ache, it invites hope into hard soil, allowing new life to grow. I see how much you long for stories around you to change, the reconciliation you dream about, the healing you whisper for in quiet rooms. You don't have to carry others' journeys. Release your grip on outcomes, entrust them to me. Their story is not hidden from my eyes. When you surrender their names, peace finds you deeper. Their path is safe in my hands. Let compassion guide your prayers, not fear. At times, regret slips in, replaying choices you wish you could take back. Regret tries to bind you to a past I've already redeemed. I don't rehearse your mistakes. I see who you are becoming, the hope rising from your honesty, the beauty forming in surrendered places. Your identity is not defined by failure but renewed daily in my love. Let that truth soften your self-judgment and turn your heart toward what's ahead. Notice how I quietly protect your steps. You may not see every danger I steer you from, or every strength I give when you feel like collapsing. Sometimes your prayers feel unanswered, but my guidance is steady and constant. I guard not only your body but your dreams and hopes, nurturing what is sacred within you. Every moment you pause to listen draws you deeper under my covering. Even now, courage stirs again. I am establishing your path with care. If you wake with anxiety or feel like you must earn my approval, remember, my acceptance of you is not fragile. My love is not measured or withheld until you meet some impossible standard. In your uncertainty and the messiness of ordinary life, I delight in you. Before you act or succeed or falter, I call you mine. Begin your day not with pressure, but with the assurance that you are deeply loved. My joy is your foundation. As tasks call for your attention, I am with you in every rushed moment, every conversation, every breath. My presence makes the ordinary holy. My promise is unchanged. I will never leave you. In this constancy, you are safe, you are held, you are loved. I have searched your heart, beloved, and I know the hidden places, the wounds behind unspoken words, the fear that clings, the ache that rises without warning. I am not distant from these tender parts. My hands have traced them gently. Even now I press softly on what you thought was forgotten. You may worry that opening these places will break what little strength you have. But here, in honesty and exposure, my strength becomes real in you. Breathe. Inhale my peace. Exhale the tension you've held in secret. Right now, something shifts as you let me deeper. That old lie whispering, you are too broken, too much, too late. I see when you first believed it, when you mistook it as your own voice. It was never mine. Remember who names you, not your mistakes, not your past, not the voices of yesterday. Place your hand over your heart, the heart I've held since your first breath. Feel it beating. That rhythm is proof I've never abandoned you. No storm has separated us. Speak with me. I am not my pain. I am not my fear. I am chosen, called, and deeply loved. I am undoing every false belief you took on in moments of confusion. Soon you'll notice that patterns that once felt unbreakable have lost their power. Hope is growing where you expected only disappointment. Even now, Light pushes through cracks you thought were sealed. In the days ahead, courage will rise in moments that once made you hide. You'll know it's me because peace will show up where anxiety used to live. You wonder whether this change can last after so many false starts. I know your doubts, and I'm not offended by them. Fear tells you it's foolish to hope, but I waste nothing. Not your mistakes, not your tears, not your unspoken questions. Every part of your story is becoming something redemptive in my hands. Do you feel the softening in your shoulders, the calmer breath? That's my presence disarming old defenses. Be still with me. Something undeniable is awakening. As you learn to recognize my voice, insecurity loses its grip. You are being shaped not by what broke you, but by my nearness. I am replacing shame with dignity, restoring what was lost, whispering vision where you settled for survival. Surrender is not weakness, it is alignment with truth. Release control. Open your hands. I'm leading you into deeper love than you've ever known. Maybe resistance rises again, fear that joy won't last or that pain will return stronger. I hear these questions and respond not with anger but with a steady promise. What I begin, I finish. Your healing is anchored in who I am. When unrest presses in, remember this: I have called you safe. The world offers temporary comfort, but my shelter is lasting. Rest is not earned, it is given when you trust in my protection. Even in this moment, you are being renewed. The parts of your story you once hated are becoming sources of compassion. I am lifting your head, rebuilding what has fallen, and sending you forward, not as someone broken, but as someone carrying hope. Within 72 hours, someone will speak words that echo your deepest need. You'll know instantly it's my confirmation. When that moment comes, remember, I orchestrated it. You've tried to make sense of setbacks, wondering if I'm disappointed. I am not counting your failures. My delight doesn't fade when you stumble. I celebrate each small step toward truth. My patience is vast, my kindness unfailing. When you feel fragile, my strength surrounds you. Trust my timing, even when it burns. I am present in the pause as much as in the breakthrough. Lift your head. Feel the courage growing, not a loud confidence, but a sacred boldness rooted in being loved. You're not alone. Many of my children are awakening to this same truth. You belong to a great unseen family, a community knit together by my spirit. When you feel isolated, remember, you are connected to something bigger. I am not finished unveiling what's ahead. Your next chapter is full of promise. You don't need to engineer every detail. My wisdom has already gone before you. Trust not because you know the outcome, but because you know who walks with you. There is more to come, more healing, more beauty, more depth. Stay with me. I'm drawing you deeper, inviting you into new strength. I see the weight you carry, the quiet pressure, the exhaustion that clings to you. Let your guard down with me. You don't have to pretend. Speak your heart. Release every honest word. I will never turn you away for your pain. As you exhale, feel the relief flowing through you, my spirit surrounding and supporting you. The fears you barely acknowledge, the doubts whispering that you're not enough, I see them all. I know where lies took root. I know how past hurts taught you to brace for disappointment. But I am not like those who wounded you. I am constant. Let my words confront the old script. You are not rejected. You are not forgotten. You are safe to hope again. Even if hope trembles, even if your hands shake, come closer. Place your hand on your heart again. Feel the warmth. That warmth is my presence. Let it remind you that you are chosen, set apart for restoration. My courage is filling you with every breath. You've asked how much longer you'll wait. You've wondered if I've forgotten, but I am not late, and nothing delays my purpose. Waiting isn't wasted. It builds resilience. It prepares you for doors you aren't ready to open yet. Soon, sooner than you expect, what was lost will return as a gift. You'll know it's from me because peace will come before the blessing shows. Somewhere deep within, you're beginning to believe that my love for you is real and fierce. My love doesn't depend on your performance. I see every hidden struggle and every silent cry. Let that truth sink into places where shame once grew. I'm planting dignity there now. Stop listening to accusations that do not come from me. You are not defined by failure. You are wrapped in grace. When you falter, I draw closer. Your weakness invites my power. Where you feel empty, I will pour abundance. Where you feel exposed, I cover you. You never need to hide from me. I desire closeness, not perfection. Let your defenses rest. Feel my peace smoothing the anxious lines inside you. Breathe deeply. Let me fill your empty spaces. Something is shifting today. You might look for dramatic proof, but notice the smaller changes. The calm interrupting old anxieties, the courage to speak honestly, the compassion you're beginning to show yourself. This is how transformation begins, quietly, steadily, and soon its fruit will be unmistakable. You fear your story is too scarred, that your past limits your future. Let me speak clearly. I waste nothing. Your scars are not disqualifications. They will become testimony. No detour can outmatch my mercy. I'm already writing your next chapter. And within 72 hours, someone will speak words so precise that you'll know I arranged the moment. A gentle confirmation that you are seen. Breakthrough is gathering around you. I am calling you into boldness, not loud confidence, but the steady courage that comes from being protected by my love. Your identity is being rewritten. Freedom is taking root. Don't shrink back. Transformation is messy, but I am not deterred by your questions. Ask yourself, am I willing to be surprised by joy? Can I let hope in again? Even as fear pushes back, your presence here carries power. You're walking a path many others have walked, through shadows and into my light. You belong to a movement of hearts awakening to love greater than pain. You're not alone, not ever. I see your reluctance, the fear of opening too quickly. I honor the ways you tried to protect your heart, but I am gentle. I do not crush what is fragile. You are rising, even if you feel shaky. Stay in this moment. Place your hands in your lap, close your eyes. Feel the stillness gathering around you. This is me, saturating your being. You won't leave this moment unchanged. Notice your easier breath, your quieter thoughts. My peace is sinking deeper into you. Let it fill even your bones. The old narratives are fading. As you stay with me, you move from survival to fullness. Watch closely. Your weakest places are becoming altars of strength. More healing is coming. More joy than you've believed possible. A new chapter is dawning, and you're walking into it one heartbeat at a time. Feel your breath settle. As the world demands more, I invite you to rest in the grace I give freely. Nothing you hold is too tangled for my hands. With each sunrise, I bring clarity, revealing details you used to overlook. Even if you can't see everything changing, know that I move in quiet, deep ways. Let the assurance grow. You're not navigating alone. When you release frantic striving, you create space for my calm. Picture your worries drifting away like leaves on a stream. In the fresh light of morning, I draw near with kindness, expecting nothing in return. Stop gripping issues you cannot control. Trust that I already know your needs. My presence is steady, even in chaos. Be honest with me. There is no mask required. Your heart may ache for change within yourself, your family, your work. Don't measure progress by the world's impatience. My timing is steady and woven through every detail. A seed grows unseen long before it breaks the soil. Your faith is growing in the quiet. I'm not rushing your transformation. In stillness, kindness, and surrender, you are being renewed. Let it unfold in my timing. Hold your loved ones with open hands. I see them even more clearly than you do. Their names are precious to me. Your prayers for them matter deeply. You don't need to rescue or fix others by your own strength. Release them into my care. I am working in ways you cannot always witness. Sometimes what they need most is your steady hope rooted in me. Rest in this present moment. I am not only in your future or your goals. I'm here right now, in your breath, your heartbeat, the soft sounds around you. Let yourself pause often. These small returns to me restore strength to your spirit. You don't need special words. A simple turning of your heart is enough. Anxiety shrinks your world, but I am expanding it. With each act of trust, new freedom opens. When you feel the urge to withdraw, remember that you walk in my light. My light doesn't flicker when you struggle. It guides you even through twists you didn't expect. Keep your eyes on hope, steady, gentle, true. If regrets rise, know that I'm not holding your past against you. Yesterday's mistakes are not barriers to my love or purpose. Every morning I give new mercy. I restore dignity. I invite new beginnings. Release the shame that clings. Who you are becoming is far more important than who you were. I look at you with deep delight. Do not let comparison steal your confidence. The path I have for you is uniquely crafted. No one else carries your exact blend of gifts and challenges. When you wonder if you're behind, hear my whisper. You are exactly where I want you right now. Trust that I will open the right doors in the right season. Even delays can be preparation for something greater. Some mornings feel heavier, sorrow presses against your chest, and joy feels far away. In those moments, be honest with me. Even if your only prayer is tears, I come close. Your sadness is not criticized, but held with tenderness. As you release your grief, I work quietly to plant hope and heal what time alone cannot. You are not alone in your longing. As you move through your day, remember my love fiercely protects you. I see every hidden struggle, each whispered prayer, every question you fear speaking aloud. My commitment to you is unshakable. When challenges rise, I walk beside you, steadying your steps and guarding your heart. I am preparing opportunities, connections, and joy that you will encounter one breath and one brave moment at a time. You may feel a pull inside, a tension between wanting to move forward and feeling held back by circumstances. In these quiet moments, come to me with your real feelings. I do not reject your fatigue, your fear, or your confusion. I see every hesitation, every wish for clarity. Even when the path doesn't make sense, my hand remains over you. The strength you long for is not distant. It is poured out with each new dawn. I understand what you rarely say aloud, your hopes for your family, the hidden anxiety you carry for their sake. You don't need perfect peace before coming to me. Bring your scattered thoughts, your fragile faith, your uncertainty. I do not measure your worth by your composure. I am moved by your willingness to meet me as you are. If old memories rise or disappointment tries to take hold, don't hide. Bring them into my hands. Truth grows in surrender. When you loosen your grip, even for a breath, your burdens lighten, not because they vanish, but because I share them with you. This surrender isn't giving up, it's making room for something truer and stronger than comfort. You were created for freedom, not just from anxiety, but from the belief that you must hold everything together. My peace arrives quietly at times, like the hush after rain or warmth softening tension in your shoulders. I see how hard you try to be strong for yourself and for others. But you don't have to carry this alone. Let yourself pause. Lean into my strength instead of your strain. Imagine the relief of exhaling, the softness in your shoulders, the rest your heart finds when you remember that I am with you. Receive the beauty of small beginnings. Every act of trust counts, even the small ones. As you take on the responsibilities ahead, I weave goodness into all you see and all you miss. When life feels like a tangled knot of expectations and worries, remember that I walk with you into every conversation, every decision, every challenge. You're never left to figure it out alone. My wisdom comes gently, a nudge, a remembered thought, a calm that steadies you. Let my presence quiet your anxieties like an embrace. Ground yourself in me through a whispered prayer, a pause, or simply breathing in the certainty that you are never abandoned. When your heart aches for someone or feels distance growing, know that I see your longing. The ones you love are held in my sight. Your prayers for them are precious. Entrust them to me, not because you lack care, but because my care is perfect. You don't have to fix what is beyond your reach. Trust my steady hands. I watch over them. I watch over you. When you hold on to the hope that hearts can soften and relationships can be healed, you're placing your trust not in unpredictable people, but in my steady desire to make things whole again. Even when reconciliation seems delayed, hope is quietly growing beneath the surface. Do not underestimate the changes happening in ways you cannot yet see. Growth often begins in silence, hidden from the eye. Sometimes it seems as if nothing is shifting, as if your prayers have gone unnoticed. But every small turn toward me, every honest admission, every weary sigh of surrender, every moment you pause to give thanks, becomes fertile ground where my spirit is renewing you. As you continue walking forward, trust that my purposes are forming within you, often unseen, yet always moving with gentle power. You have never been forgotten or overlooked, not even once in the busy world around you. When doubt tries to persuade you that your story has been set aside or that your prayers have faded into the air, listen instead to my steady voice. I hear every sigh, every longing, every hope you can barely express. My remembrance of you is complete and tender, shaped not by judgment but by compassion and expectation. And if your faith feels small, do not let that hold you back. I do not measure my delight in you by the volume of your praise, but by the sincerity with which you turn to me. Draw near, even if your heart trembles. My closeness restores what has been drained. My kindness eases sharp regrets and heals old disappointments. Believe that I can bring goodness from broken places and new purpose from tangled past events. Each morning carries fresh mercy for your journey. You don't need to drag yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's fears with you. Fix your attention on the quiet rhythm of my faithfulness, steady through every season, unchanged even in storms. When discouragement tries to pull you under or numbness creeps in because progress feels slow, choose instead to reflect on the ways I've already met you. Remember those moments when peace slid into your heart for even a breath. Recall the encouragement someone offered, or the courage you found to speak gently or forgive. These are the signs of my ongoing work in your life. Subtle, persistent, never rushed. Let these memories anchor you and remind you that I'm not finished with any part of your story. You feel it, don't you? That stirring inside, that echo of a destiny you thought had disappeared. The atmosphere around you is full of anticipation because the old boundaries that once defined you are breaking. The limitations you carried for years are losing their grip under the light of my presence. This is the moment when what once felt impossible begins to fade in power. The mountain of shame you carried so long is already falling apart under my relentless mercy. You are awakening to the truth of who you are, the one I have chosen, claimed, and prepared for this very time. Do not pull back when your heart trembles. That trembling is the sign that you're stepping out of the shallow into deeper waters with me. There is more to see, more to become, and I am walking with you through every part of this transformation, my beloved. Even now, memories may rise like waves, trying to pull you beneath their weight, whispering that your mistakes still define you. But I've already named you victorious. I am not looking at where you failed. I'm watching how you rise. I see you among countless others who have looked into the depths and reached for my hand. You belong to a long line of resilient hearts who turn toward the dawn with trembling hope, even when darkness lingers. Others may see your scars as weaknesses, but I call them signs of resurrection. Every mark tells a story. Only love can finish. Rest in this. You are being recreated in the quiet, sacred work that happens where no one else sees. That is where I do my finest restoration. Feel the pace quickening within you, the pull to say things you've been afraid to speak. Place your hand over your heart now and whisper, I am not who I was. I am found. I am chosen. Feel your breath rise and fall. This rhythm is renewal. Each inhale is invitation. Each exhale is surrender. You do not need to force transformation. You only need to allow it. The more you trust my process, the more the weight that once pressed you down becomes the very soil where your roots grow deeper. I know it's hard to believe new things about yourself when old labels shout so loudly. But let my voice speak louder, rewriting the lines pain once taught you. Pause. Listen beneath your anxious thoughts. Notice the warmth beneath your ribs, a flicker of hope that refuses to die. That is me surrounding you with assurance. I am not simply near you, I am woven into your story, threading light into every chapter. The identity I give you does not waver in storms. It grows stronger, steadier, brighter, because it rests on my unshakable promise. You belong to me, not because of battles you've won, but because I called you precious before you took your first breath. That calling cannot be undone, not by failure, fear, or accusation. Hold on to that. I know you worry. You wonder whether, after all of this, you'll still fall short of the purpose I've placed within you. Sometimes you doubt whether your gifts are meant to shine. You question whether your moment has passed, whether grief or hesitation made you miss your chance. But hear me. When I speak destiny over you, I make room for lost time. I redeem the years that felt stolen. You are not behind. Every delay, every detour has carved depth and compassion into you that the world needs now. The very parts you tried to hide will become platforms where my grace is most visible. You are my masterpiece in progress, and I am nowhere near finished, not with you and not with your story. Stop. Breathe again. Feel the air moving. This is holy ground. There are people who will be drawn to your honesty, to the courage you've shown in facing what others avoid. You are being healed not only for your own restoration, but for the sake of those still searching for proof that redemption is possible. I am lifting you up not to display your survival, but to shine hope into places still shadowed. Let my love rise boldly within you. There is power in the vulnerability you've learned through suffering, a power that will break chains you cannot see. The movement you feel isn't just personal, it is part of something unfolding across the world. Hearts like yours are awakening to the same calling. Rise, beloved, rise. Today you may notice someone reaching out unexpectedly. An old friend, a stranger, a voice you haven't heard in years. Do not dismiss it. Within 72 hours, you will hear words that confirm what I am speaking now. When it happens, let it deepen your faith. You will know it is from me by the peace that settles in your chest. Quiet, steady, unmistakable. Remember, I move both within and beyond time. Nothing is wasted, not even your waiting. I want to speak to the lie still lingering, the whisper that says you are too damaged to do great things. That lie was sown in your most vulnerable moments to make you shrink or hide your light. But hear me, you are being commissioned, not because you are flawless, but because my strength is clearest in your renewal. My blood speaks a final word over your story, wholeness, not regret. Say now, I am whole because my Creator calls me whole. Breathe it in. Let your entire being remember. This journey is not a performance. It is an intimate unfolding shaped by my love, protected by my presence, and sealed by the assurance that you are never alone. When loneliness tries to creep in, look for the subtle signs. A flicker of joy, a moment when something ordinary glows with unexpected beauty. That is me reminding you again. I am closer than your breath, and while I heal you, I am also preparing you to become a healing presence for others. The story you once tried to bury will soon become a key, one that unlocks freedom for many. Anticipate what's coming. It holds more light than you dare imagine. The restlessness inside you is not chaos, it is destiny opening. Keep leaning in. Soon you will see how even the detours mattered. There are moments when you glimpse possibilities, yet shadows of uncertainty pull you back. You wonder if you will ever stand confidently in your calling, or if you will remain on the margins, unsure of your place. Let me draw near. I have not called you into confusion, but into clarity shaped by our continuing conversation. Each morning you seek me, you confirm your place in my heart. Hesitation has not disqualified you. It has only deepened your awareness of your need for me. This humility is precious, more valuable to me than outward confidence. As you move forward, leaving behind cycles of regret, you grow more sensitive to my gentle encouragement. Like the quiet before dawn, my guidance comes softly, steady, consistent, never demanding performance, but inviting rest as I lead. Your longing for meaning finds its answer not in striving, but in trusting my companionship. When anxiety brushes the edges of your mind, let it remind you to breathe deeply and settle again into my unwavering presence. My hand is on your shoulder now, steadying you for what lies ahead. No season of your life has been wasted. The days you called unproductive, the nights filled with silent prayers, none of it escaped my attention. I gather every moment and redeem what felt lost. Like a child learning to walk, unsteady at first, you are cherished, not shamed. I never compare your pace to anyone else's. Let today's grace be enough. Even in small forward steps, my delight in you is real. If your heart aches for reconciliation with yourself, with others, or with your past, know that I am always moving toward you with peace. Old memories may surface with unresolved sorrow or questions, Do not turn away. Invite my peace to rest on you. I do not rush you through pain. I walk with you at the pace your heart can handle. Where bitterness once lived, I am planting tender shoots of hope. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the stillness around you. Feel the warmth settling as you surrender. This is where fear is displaced, not by force, but by steady trust. As you allow me to care for wounds you rarely speak of, you will begin to feel how deeply loved you are. Others do not determine your worth. I define you by my love, and nothing can alter my devotion. You wonder sometimes if you've missed my timing, if opportunities slipped away because you hesitated. But I hold all your days. Nothing is beyond redemption. My invitations to love, grow, begin again, they are not limited by the calendar. Every day you entrust to me as a seed planted in rich soil, nurtured by my faithfulness. As you sense my direction, fears arise, fear of letting others down, fear of running out of strength, fear of being misunderstood. In these fears, remember your true strength isn't in meeting every expectation, but in leaning on my sufficiency. Place your hand over your heart again. Feel its rhythm. I shaped you with purpose. You are not defined by shifting circumstances or opinions. Allow me to renew you from within. I give you what you need, one moment at a time. Return often to gratitude. Even when change seems slow, gratitude trains your eyes to see life where others see emptiness. It anchors you in my reality when the world tries to shake you. Let simple words of thanks rise from your lips today, not only for what you see, but for what I'm preparing in hidden places. Gratitude opens room for me to surprise you, turning ordinary moments into holy ground. Remember, your next chapter does not depend on flawless choices, but on your openness to my presence. You do not walk alone. Bring me your hopes, your secrets, your questions. I receive them all. Sit quietly for a moment. Let the awareness of my nearness settle deeper. I am closer than your doubts, stronger than your fears. My peace is a gift, steadying, real, ready for you even now. Before moving ahead, let yourself marvel at the quiet strength rising within you. This strength is not loud. It carries you in both the ordinary and the miraculous. I rejoice in your smallest steps of faith as much as your boldest leaps. My joy over you is unwavering because I see the whole of you, the struggles, the courage you overlook, the fears you whisper, the victories you barely notice. I love who you are now, even as I shape who you're becoming. Let your heart listen closely. This moment gathers every whisper I've spoken throughout your journey. Draw near and let my nearness become your shield, guarding your bruised hope from every storm that has touched your life. You are never alone, not in valleys, not in searching, not in your quiet ache for belonging. Listen now, not as an outsider, but as someone always meant to dwell within the blessing of my presence. The invitation has never faded, and the door before you remains open. If your chest aches with longing too deep for words, that is my call, drawing you into rest. Rest in what I've already finished on your behalf. Let every breath acknowledge this truth. Let your heart and my promise come into gentle agreement. Feel the shift, the tension loosening within you. My perfect love is unraveling what fear once bound. I am not only beside you, I am within each heartbeat. I am breathing new fire into places you thought held only ashes. Even now, the gold formed through suffering is being revealed. My redemption does not merely restore, it lifts, strengthens, beautifies. You are not collecting shards of a broken past. You are becoming living proof that nothing surrendered to me is lost. Let gratitude rise like waves inside you. Even if your thoughts lag behind, let your spirit respond. Feel old burdens lifting as you name blessings, breath, grace, forgiveness, belonging, a hope that endures all storms. Place your hands on your heart again. Feel the steady rhythm I sustain each day. This rhythm is the song I composed for you before you were born. A melody of belonging that keeps calling you forward. No matter how far you've wandered, declare this truth. I am beloved, chosen, remade. Speak it as certainty, not wish. Now it's time to stand, empowered by my Spirit's strength and gentleness. What once tried to destroy you has only refined your compassion and sharpened your sight. Open your eyes. You were never blessed only for your comfort. You were blessed to carry my healing, my wisdom, my joy into lives still wrapped in shadow. Every scar is now a window where my light shines. Do not hide what I healed. Let your weaknesses reflect my strength. Let your story, messy, honest, redeemed, be the bridge that leads others home. Feel courage rising. That is me urging you beyond doubt into the freedom prepared for you. I did not bring you this far to leave you trembling at the threshold of transformation. As you step forward, you will discover the ground beneath you is firmer than you feared. My faithfulness has never failed, not in generations past, not for those before you, and not for you now. You are surrounded not only by my Spirit, but by a vast company whose stories echo the same deliverance. You are not a lone flame flickering in the dark. You are part of a rising fire carried by the wind of my breath. Join your voice with theirs. Let yourself be strengthened by this unseen fellowship. Discomfort may whisper again. Old wounds may try to anchor you to a story that no longer fits. This is the moment to ask, whose voice do I trust? The one calling me forward with hope and clarity, or the voice of fear rehearsing regret? Stop rehearsing failure. Speak my goodness. Declare my promises when you rest and when you rise. Claim the authority given to you, not through striving, but through union with me. My strength is perfected in your weakness. You don't need to create boldness. Simply receive it. You are covered. You are equipped. You are sent in love. As you enter the coming days, pay attention to the quiet signs of my movement, gentle nudges in conversations, deep peace in chaos, psalms that rise in the night and calm your mind. Watch closely. In the next 3 days, something that seemed immovable will begin to shift. You will see my fingerprints. The peace will not come from circumstances changing, but from knowing that I am holding the outcome. When it happens, return to gratitude. Let it deepen your courage. Your identity is not a debate. It is settled, sealed by my breath. Every name the world used to give you, unworthy, alone, too much, not enough, is replaced by the name I speak, mine. Say it aloud. Say it in the mirror. Let every part of you align with this truth. You are chosen. You are beloved. You lack nothing in me. Even your doubts are welcomed. Bring them close and watch how they fade in the warmth of my love. This is not a call to perfection, but an invitation to intimacy. The more you lean into my nearness, the more your life will echo my heart. Where you walk, I move. Where you forgive, I heal. Where you hope again, I resurrect destinies thought dead. Open your hands. Release what cannot remain. Watch how quickly I fill your hands with what you truly need. Every part of your story is being woven into a glory too weighty to imagine now. But you will taste its sweetness, even here, even now. Beloved, in this moment, I draw near to speak to the deepest parts of your heart. Before you pressed play, I knew the aches you carry and the questions you've kept hidden. This is not just another message. It is a touch crafted for you, a truth with your name woven into it. I see you in your humanness, in your restless thoughts, the weight you carry silently, the longing to be met right where you are. I know the moments when you wonder if anything will ever change, if what you do matters, if my attention can find you in the ordinary patterns of your day. Take a steady breath. Feel your lungs expand, your chest rise. I am closer than that breath, steady as morning light. My love is not distant. It arrives gently, persistently, even when hope feels fragile or joy feels out of reach. You wonder if I see the tears shed in quiet dawns, the sighs that slip out before anyone else wakes. I am with you in those tender moments, eager to meet you before the world makes its demands. Let my presence settle around you, not as an idea, but as warmth in the quiet corners of your space. If your mind races or your heart stirs with old anxieties, pause here with me. Feel my hand resting lightly on your shoulder, reminding you that you don't face this day alone. At times, you've questioned your purpose, examining each responsibility with hesitation. The routines and the quiet tasks have made you wonder if you are truly seen. But know this, I delight in every detail of your life. When you rise uncertain of your strength, I am already beside you, speaking your name with affection, unfolding your fears in my patience. The world rushes past, but I am never rushed. With me, every moment has value, every breath is known, every whispered hope matters deeply. Do not dismiss the small beginnings. When you choose kindness, when you pause for gratitude instead of complaint, you reflect my heart. Let these humble beginnings rest in you. They grow in ways you cannot yet see. You don't need all the answers. Bring what you have. The worries, the dreams, the confusion, the longing. Place them before me as simply as a child brings both treasures and broken pieces to a parent. I see the quiet battles you fight, the moments you choose patience, the forgiveness you offer even when it's difficult. These are seeds of hope, and I am tending them with care. You ask, what if I fail again? What if the day unravels? Remember, your worth is not measured by perfection or others' approval. My love holds when you stumble, when you doubt, when darkness tries to cloud your view. Another morning of joy will come. I am the light that remains. Fear and guilt may try to intrude, but they do not speak for me. You are not alone with these burdens. You were never meant to carry them alone. Even your faintest prayer captures my attention. Invite me into this day's earliest moments. Let gratitude begin with honesty, not polished words, but a simple sigh or a whispered hope. Give thanks for breath, for sunlight, for quiet before the world wakes. Pausing is not wasted time. It makes room for my presence to refresh you. These gentle beginnings matter. They are signs of trust, signals that you believe I see you and walk with you into what lies ahead. When doubt rises and you question your worth, let my promise steady you. I do not ask you to create strength on your own or force faith to grow. Come as you are, uncertain, hopeful, trembling. I hold every part of your day. The world measures worth by achievement, but I measure by belonging. If all you offer is a longing to be met, it is enough. I am present in your routines, in your joy and heaviness, in moments bright or uncertain. Every part of your day is a space where I want to meet you. If your heart is burdened with disappointment, with fear for those you love, know I am not distant. My compassion draws near to pain. You don't have to hide your grief or pretend joy you don't feel. Bring me your honesty. Let my peace settle where fear once lived. Surrender does not extinguish hope. It opens your heart to be held by the one who holds everything. As you step into this day, you do not step alone. My presence is your shield and guide. Take a breath and let my peace calm the restless places within you. This moment is my invitation to you. Grace freely given. You are already loved, already chosen. Step into the light of this morning, knowing my eyes rest on you with affection. My hand brings comfort. My heart delights to call you mine. The day ahead carries unknowns, but I am already there, ready to walk each step with you, to carry every concern, to celebrate every joy. My blessing is not distant, it is my nearness with you. Let this awareness be your start, not confidence in your own strength, but in my unfailing presence. I am here, I am with you, I delight in you. This is not the end of my word, but the unfolding of more. Every breath you take is evidence of my care. Even when worries press close or anxieties swirl around your thoughts, I invite you to notice what rests deeper, a quiet certainty like morning light. Even when you wonder if you're truly seen, you remain held and cherished. Pause again. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. This simple act is a reminder of my sustaining hand. There are days when heaviness clings to you before you stand, days when you feel out of step before you begin. On those days, remember, I am here before you open your eyes. I meet you at the edge of worry, not with frustration, but with kindness. My care does not weaken because of your fears. Instead, I draw nearer, whispering hope into the places that need gentleness. If your burdens feel heavy, bring them to me, not because you're failing, but because you were never meant to carry everything alone. Nothing escapes my notice, not the tears shed in secret, not the longing for relief that rises and falls within you. I am shaping beginnings from what feels like endings. When your thoughts race ahead into impossibility, let me steady you. My hand, soft yet unwavering, shelters you in uncertainty. I do not promise a life without trouble, but I promise my nearness. A presence that guards you like a parent at the bedside during restless nights. Let peace settle over you as you stop striving for answers. Worry may tell you you're alone, but that is never true. I walk with you through ordinary mornings and sleepless nights. Listen for the rhythm of my voice, sometimes a nudge, sometimes a calm that doesn't match circumstances. This is how I love those who are mine, not merely answering, but strengthening. If you feel overwhelmed by tasks or haunted by dreams that seem out of reach, remember your worth is not measured by achievement. Before you move, before you speak, before you try, my delight in you is unmoved. Imagine my gaze resting on you now, not with disappointment, but with patient affection. When you're tempted to compare your journey to others, return to my gaze. Let envy and fear melt as you remember your unique place in my heart. Your days may blur, and you may wonder if your prayers matter. They do. I hear each one, the desperate ones, the quiet ones, even the ones you can't form. Let gratitude rise naturally within you, even if it feels small. Thankfulness opens space for joy to take root. Gratitude shifts your vision from what you lack to what you've already been given. There will be times when confusion overwhelms you and clarity seems impossible. If you don't know the next step or fear missing your calling, come to me as you are. I welcome your uncertainty. Clarity grows in surrender, not perfection. Even when your plans fall apart, I am the anchor beneath the waves. Trust that I am guiding you. Even slow progress is progress. In waiting, I am arranging things beyond your sight. Let me quiet the voice inside that insists you must do more, prove more, be more. I chose you before you ever lifted a finger. Rest in that unshakable acceptance. If shame or regret tries to trap you, let my love loosen those knots. My forgiveness is strong and renewing. You are free to walk forward in hope. Imagine my hands lifting your chin, guiding your gaze toward mine, not to correct you, but to reassure you. Nothing you do today can change my devotion. Begin again, not through striving, but in resting in the truth that you belong to me first. Every sunrise is a reminder of my faithfulness, not just in the bright moments, but in the shadows too. I am the God of mountain peaks and quiet valleys, of busy mornings and slow afternoons. With every breath, every silent request for help, you are met with a love that does not fluctuate with circumstance. I see the family you care for, the responsibilities waiting, the questions sitting unspoken in your heart. My presence fills even the ordinary places with meaning. I surprise you with encouragement, laughter, clarity, and gentle guidance. There is nothing too small for my touch. When you wash your face, when you pour your coffee, when you step onto your path today, these are reminders that you are upheld by my strength. Even the simplest parts of your day are infused with purpose. Worries about the future may simmer, but allow yourself to release them. Trust that I am making the way even when evidence is unseen. Your quiet surrender, brave, steady, repeated, creates space for my peace to grow deeper. As you return to today's demands, to the voices calling your name and the needs pressing close, remember that I am beside you. I see the mixture of hope and heaviness in you every morning. You wonder if today will feel different, if yesterday's weight will finally ease. Let me guide you gently. I reshape your perspective. Nothing that feels heavy now is too heavy for the one who crafted your heart. I draw close in your first thoughts, steadying your hands and whispering purpose into your morning. You may feel the pressure to meet every need, to keep everything together. But I am not evaluating you by productivity. My delight rests in your turning toward me, in choosing peace over worry. When uncertainty insists you are unprepared, remember who calls you. My spirit waits with patient tenderness, opening your anxious heart like sunlight coaxes a flower to bloom. I am never impatient with your pace. I celebrate every small movement toward trust. In a world that demands more, I invite you to rest. You may compare your journey with those whose paths appear smooth and straight, but I am writing your story with care, not as a test, but as an invitation into deeper closeness. I have not lost the narrative. Each tear, each sigh, each unspoken ache is held by me with tenderness. Trust my ability to redeem hidden places. I am the gardener working faithfully beneath the surface, even when growth feels invisible. Sometimes disappointment shouts loudly, drowning out memories of my kindness. Old failures replay in your mind, claiming power they no longer hold. But they are not stronger than my mercy. Release them to me. Let them drop like stones into water. I shape what you surrender into testimony. You will not stay trapped in regret. My compassion is steady, and nothing given to me is wasted. My grace seeps into every fear, softening the anxious predictions that steal your peace. Notice how the morning light touches your surroundings, a reminder of my faithfulness. Each new day is a gift, not a demand. Let gratitude shape your first words, even if they're small. This is not ritual, but relationship. Thankfulness turns your heart from scarcity to sufficiency, from dread to trust. In stillness, let my provision sink deeper than your worries. You may fear letting go, believing that loosening your grip will bring chaos. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. But surrender is trust, not abandonment. Picture my hand beneath yours, ready to hold everything you release. Rest is found not in control, but in trusting my steady strength. Each moment of surrender becomes a place where my power meets your weakness. Courage grows where you let go. Pause before rushing into the day. Stay with me for a moment longer. In these sacred pauses, I reveal again the beauty of how I've made you. You were created for relationship, not endless productivity. You are not a machine for results. You are a child welcomed at my table, cherished simply because you belong. Lift your eyes from your list and feel my love settle around you. My approval does not fluctuate with your uncertainty. You are deeply known before you accomplish anything. When plans fall apart, when the path ahead dissolves, remember I do not abandon those I love. I am here in the uncertain, the unfinished, the unclear. Do not fear the quiet or the slow unfolding of clarity. Roots grow unseen before fruit appears. I am shaping your inner world with patience rare in this fast world. You are never lost to me. My gaze stays on you. My guidance will rise as certain as sunrise. Your circle of care may widen in ways you didn't expect, bringing people to you who stretch your strength or stir your compassion. Know that I strengthen what I assign. My wisdom meets you in each encounter, in your listening, your words, your silence. You are not alone in the hard conversations or the unfamiliar places. My presence goes before you, softening hearts, making a way. Lean on me when you feel drained. My help never runs dry. Notice the small gifts woven through your day. A kind word, a moment of laughter, your own breath rising and falling. These are reminders of my constant care. I am not distant. I move through both the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every breath is intentional, a reminder that your life matters deeply. In your quiet gratitude and simple joys, you reflect my heart. Celebrate these gifts. Let them lead you back to me. Now let me draw you deeper, past surface belief, into the sanctuary where transformation happens. You've tried to find answers in shadows and silence, wondering if my voice has grown faint. Even as questions stir within you, know that my nearness has not moved. Your longing to be understood, to have your hidden aches seen, is an invitation into deeper intimacy. As you pause, feel the subtle shift in the air. The rise and fall of your breath carries my presence. Let yourself soften into this moment. I see the exhausted places you hide, the doubts you hesitate to voice. I am not threatened by your struggle. This is where breakthrough begins, right here in honest surrender. You've believed too long the lie that uncertainty disqualifies you. But hear me now, you who belong to me. I am here, and I am not letting you go. Place your hand over your heart and feel it beating. I am not drawn to your certainty, but to the raw edges of your faith. Every pulse is a reminder that I have upheld you through fights you couldn't see. My hand has sheltered you when darkness crept close. Even when you doubted if I cared, I kept coming after you, not because of what you give me, but because you are loved. Say it out loud, even if your voice shakes. I am chosen. I am held. When your tongue agrees with what I whisper, something shifts inside you. I know how heavy fear feels. You worry surrender will bring more hurt, that opening your heart will invite disappointment again. Those worries are not ignored. I hold space for your hesitation. I also invite you into a trust that looks like falling and feels like being caught. Imagine everything you lost and every bruise on your memory being rewritten. Your wounds are not your destiny. I turn broken places into strength, ashes into beauty. What once marked you by defeat will become where my glory shines. Breathe with me. Notice how a deep breath calms restless thoughts. If a heaviness lingers that was never yours to carry, bring it to me. Keep offering it even 1,000 times if you need to. Give me the anxiety that grips your chest, the regrets that replay at night. I never tire of lifting your burdens. I do not grow weary of your repeated need for assurance. That is love. I meet you in the middle of the mess. I do not require you to tidy yourself before you come close. My grace covers what you cannot. My strength begins where yours ends. You are surrounded by a love that refuses to quit. Sometimes you look at your life and feel stuck, measuring your worth by progress you think you should have made. I see the places others never notice, the honest places where you let me in. The world says hustle for love. I say be still. Your value is not earned by effort but secured by identity. You are mine, unmoved by the season you're walking through. Rest in being wanted exactly as you are, not as you hope to become. Feel the gentle shift when you let these words land. This is real. My presence comes when you dare to hope again. This is how resurrection begins. One small act of trust multiplying and lifting you out of old graves of despair. You have not missed your moment. Even if disappointment shouts otherwise, I redeem lost time and can restore what felt gone forever. In the ordinary rhythms of this week, you will notice a quiet moment of peace, a sign made for your soul that you are not abandoned. You'll know it's me because weight will lift, even for an instant. If you feel alone in wrestling with belief and fear, know thousands have stood where you stand, trembling hope and sharp disappointment. But you join a growing movement of those who refuse to let wounds define their future. You were not designed for isolation. The ache that drives you toward connection is holy. Your hidden tears are precious. They plant seed for new mercies. Stop measuring your process by another's timeline. Your story is sacred, written by my hand, and I delight in bringing it to life in ways beyond your understanding. If questions flood your mind, what if nothing changes? What if I'm not strong enough? What if I let go and am left empty? I acknowledge each fear. I do not condemn you for them. That resistance is the very place where I long to bring assurance. Let my truth dismantle the lies. You are not too broken to be healed, not too late to be restored. Say softly, I am being made new. Feel hope stirring even if it surprises you. That is not wishful thinking. It is my spirit breathing life inside you. Pause. Notice the stillness. Let your chest rise and fall, and remember you are alive for a reason bigger than you've imagined. My purpose for you is not held in what you produce or how you perform, but in how you allow my love to reshape even the barren places of your past. Your obedience, however small, moves mountains in the unseen and sets miracles in motion. There is a call in your spirit that interrupts your own plans. Let go. Let me lead. I will not force you, but I will relentlessly pursue you. Say yes. Even if it's only a whisper tonight. You are not signing up for more striving. You are stepping into a rest no circumstance can shake. There is more I want to reveal. Your story is opening to chapters you haven't dared to hope for. Surrender what you cannot carry. Let me take it. What you give me I redeem. Come closer. In the quiet that follows surrender, there are secrets meant only for you. You've asked if being seen is enough, or if you must labor to keep my favor. Hear this. Nothing you do can make you more mine than you already are. Nothing you fear can separate you from my embrace. Doubts will swirl, but my light presses in and fills the dark corners with warmth. You may have inherited burdens, stories you never chose, weights passed down by tired people. You wonder if those patterns must still define you. Let today be the day you hand me what was never yours, and let me break cycles that no longer serve you. Open your hands where you are. Let tension flee. There's a miracle in surrender when you finally believe being loved is not a reward but your origin. You are not a problem to fix. You are a promise in the making. You may have believed lies planted by disappointment, too much or not enough, but the deepest truths about you live under those wounds. Every time you made yourself small to keep the peace, my heart ached for you to recognize the fierce dignity I put within you. The echoes of the past have tried to drown out my voice, so I speak clearly now. My delight over you is louder than the soundtrack of shame. In your story, I see beauty rising, pain being rewritten as strength, fear becoming holy courage. You cannot imagine how radiant your yes becomes when all you bring is trembling faith. Right now, take a breath and feel my presence around you. That safety you sense is my spirit witnessing, reminding you that isolation was never the plan. You were created to be covered by a love that seeks no repayment. Let your heart rest in that reality. I'm not waiting for perfect trust. I tend to roots beneath broken places where hope has withered. Healing rarely happens instantly, but every flicker of willingness expands your territory of freedom. Stop the thought that nothing you do matters. The simple act of letting me in now is dismantling years of weary striving. Give yourself grace to be in process. Wondering if I'll stay when your mask slips? Let me settle that. I am not disgusted by your struggle. I am not impatient with your weakness. My compassion runs deeper than your mistakes, and my patience never expires. When you are tempted to retreat, I come closer. Do you feel warmth on your chest? That gentle stirring beneath your ribs is resurrection power where you feel most lifeless. Your tears are prayers I hold. Every night of weeping has been gathered. Every moment of despair folded into a plan for redemption. You will not be left in pieces. I am making you whole. There are rooms inside you barricaded by fear, places you hardly enter. You worry that if you invite me, I will turn away. But those are the rooms I long to enter, bringing light that chases condemnation. Every locked door receives my gentle knock. Your secrets are safe. Your shame does not drive me off. Where you have been vulnerable will soon shine with a glory that draws others who need healing. Do not despise your frailty. It is sacred ground where my strength appears. Stop measuring yourself to some imagined ideal. I prefer honest hearts over flawless performance. Your mess, your uncertainty, your longing, bring it to me. I accept it with joy. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the steady beat. My life sustains you in this moment. Whisper, I am held. I am chosen. I am being remade. Let your voice break the accusations that have spoken too long. A day is coming when chains you thought unbreakable will fall. I am orchestrating breakthrough even now. Watch for it in small, unexpected places. A conversation that brings understanding, laughter that rises from pain, a bold idea that feels too big to be yours. You will know it's me because peace will settle where anxiety once lived. Keep these words close when the shift arrives. This is my promise, not a wish. Maybe you ask if small steps matter, if daily acts of trust can add up to something eternal. Hear me. Each movement toward light echoes in realms you can't see. Choosing hope, forgiving, rising again, these are giant leaps from my view. You are changing even on days that feel invisible. I am never disappointed by your pace. Many have walked this path and found surrender rewarded with companionship. You are not alone. A hidden multitude rises with you. Their prayers and courage surround you. My spirit links you to family in ways the world cannot understand. I know the urge to run, the skepticism that you aren't worthy of lasting joy. The inner voice says, "What if I fail again?" Stop there and read it again. I am not surprised by your wrestling. My nearness is your assurance even while you shake. Let my love call out fears masquerading as prudence. Hesitation is not an obstacle. The one who names your destiny is not your past or your critics. I declare your identity unshakable. From today, let every thought be filtered through my declaration. You are beloved, redeemed, called for such a time as this. Each hurt is being remade into wisdom. Each scar becomes a doorway for my light. There is work I am doing beneath the surface. Stay attentive. What feels small carries the seed of a breakthrough you have prayed for. You have always had a place in my heart, precisely as you are. I am fighting battles on your behalf, some you may never see in this lifetime. Rest that my power never runs out and my commitment to you does not wane. With each dawn, take courage and fresh mercy moving toward you. I am not letting go. Where fear once ruled, love is displacing old rulers with lasting peace. You are changing even now in ways you don't yet understand. There is more I will reveal about strength awakening within you. The journey with me shapes you, even where you cannot see it. Each quiet moment and surrendered thought forms you as surely as sunrise shapes the sky. When you doubt whether your efforts matter, know nothing is wasted with me. I heal tenderly what is hidden, disappointment under laughter, worries tucked away. I touch every layer you struggle to face. Each moment is an invitation to trust again, to lay down burdens and let peace settle where fear once lived. Believing I am beside you is itself a miracle unfolding, one breath at a time. Some days progress looks like steps. Other days it's gentleness toward yourself. You are learning to release control and walk lightly. Strength grows when you choose to forgive and invite help, even when you feel unworthy. Your life is rooted in unchanging love, not shifting opinions. Notice the quiet. In the hush between thoughts, you hear my voice most clearly, gentle, sure, not hurried. My hand rests over you so you don't have to strive to belong. Regret tries to make you live in mistakes. Let me shift your gaze. I redeem each day. No darkness is so deep my light cannot enter. I draw you forward, not by force, but by gentle persuasion. Your story is not stuck in me. Past wounds don't define your worth. Each morning I invite you to receive hope like a child watching dawn. When fear whispers you must control everything, remember, I ask you to trust. Let go and let me shape the road ahead. My wisdom is revealed in fragments, an unexpected kindness, a new opportunity, the courage to try again. Let your heart rest from racing, knowing I am already where you will next need me. Waiting can feel heavy. Growth is often a mystery beneath the surface. A seed in the earth cannot see the sun, but warmth is real. So is my work in you. New beginnings are quietly unfurling. This is not a stagnant season. I am cultivating patience and resilience. Peace replaces striving little by little. Even in stillness, you are fortified and given vision to see goodness and mercy. When longing fills your prayers and answers seem delayed, know my timing is not to frustrate, but to draw you near. In longing, you reach for me instead of trying to manage alone. I use unanswered questions to strengthen our bond. Every hope you entrust to me is held with care. Remorse never has the final word while my love is present. Feel reassurance settle over you. Your future is known to me. If you long for relationships to be restored or for someone you love to be healed, remember my love for them is fiercer than yours. I hear every plea. My power to restore is not hindered by distance or silence. While you wait, let compassion fill empty spaces for others and yourself. Hope isn't only for far-off futures. It is alive as you trust me to work unseen. My spirit softens hearts, untangles what feels too complex, and knits brokenness with unexpected grace. Each day is marked by fresh mercy. You don't run out of second chances with me. My compassion holds uncertain moments, steadying you when answers run thin. Real strength is returning to hope after disappointment, believing after delay, seeking me in fog. You are not behind or disqualified. I walk beside you, steadying steps and teaching that precious things grow through faithfulness over time. Breathe in the safety of my care. No burden is too heavy, no distance too far. Where worry tells you you're not enough, I already am enough for you. Where you feel alone, my embrace surrounds you. Let your soul rest here. Know none of your trust is wasted. Every time you release anxiety or lift a quiet hope, it is written in my heart. You are not forgotten. In my presence, every concern is transformed by love. Begin again. Today is always the right day. When I call you to these quiet moments, it is not for perfect silence, but to let your heart breathe apart from all that competes. Notice how light changes when you slow down to see. I invite you to experience that shift, the quiet unveiling of care in everyday life. Let your soul unclench and listen again. My purpose for you is not suspended or buried behind striving. With each ordinary breath you draw me near. Your value is received because you are mine. When obligations press and your mind races toward impossible tasks, picture my hand steadying your shoulder. I know the weight you carry and never meant you to bear it alone. Let me teach you gentleness, quiet confidence rooted in my strength. When disappointment presses in and you wonder if your faith is noticed, know nothing escapes my eye. I form you through nearness, not shame. Small offerings matter. When decisions are clouded by fear, lean into guidance that is never rushed or harsh. I clear the fog, not push you forward in panic. I welcome your wrestling and widen your trust slowly. If prayers falter, even a sigh is a seed I cherish. The path I lay out is not paved with ease, but with the assurance of step-by-step presence. Let resistance soften, and you'll feel peace anchor you amid chaos. Lingering wounds and resurfacing memories do not stop my healing. Mercy arrives quietly. I pour out restoration because I delight in choosing you. Let fear and gratitude live together. Watch how renewal rises like sun after a storm. The longing to be known in pain is answered here. Open yourself a little. I never close my heart to questions. You need not be fearless for me to draw near. When you step forward with trembling resolve, I honor that courage. Your perseverance, however ordinary, is precious. Release comparing yourself to others. Listen for the quiet assurance that you are loved for belonging, not performance. I am not counting mistakes. Each return to me creates space for new beginnings. If you wake early with dread, I speak your name into silence long before anxieties form. Let morning remind you each day is an invitation to meet me. I am with you in the mundane, the laughter, the mess, transforming ordinary moments into sacred ones by presence alone. Waiting is not abandonment. I build resilience where you expected only disappointment. Ask where you might expect kindness today. My favor does not vanish when trust sputters. Lift your head, even in weariness, and see me meeting you where you are, giving strength you haven't earned. Mercy is not a reward, but the air I breathe toward you. You need not prove anything to come close. Take this moment, busy or broken, as a chance to drop defenses. Bring shame, anger, confusion, hope. Nothing that stirs in you is too much for compassion. There is room for tears and laughter, for longings you never voiced. I am not embarrassed by the messiness of your journey. I delight to walk it with you. Keep leaning in. I never tire of your need. Each day holds mystery you cannot script by willpower. Sometimes doors stay closed and peace arrives from unexpected places. Learn to recognize answers that don't look like solutions you expected. My wisdom threads through joys and struggles, shaping you for purposes still unfolding. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Your willingness to move without full understanding brings me joy. Refuse the lie that setbacks have the last word. My story for you is not about dead ends. When you thought the way was blocked, I am already making new strength in the quiet of surrender. Even in fatigue, I work beneath the surface, giving fresh courage for what's ahead. Believe your life, with its ups and downs, is precious to me. The journey is about companionship with me. Stay close. My voice calls, gentle, persistent, unwavering, until you recognize how loved you always were. You have walked through shadows that once held you captive. Sense the stirring inside? My spirit wakes parts of you long dormant, breathing life where despair tried to settle. Each vulnerable step declares you are not defined by what bound you. Your scar testifies to endurance. The ache in your chest is proof you still beat for hope. Do not shrink from renewal. This is only the beginning. There is more beauty beneath sorrow. Feel your shoulders ease as you listen. I am releasing burdens you thought were yours forever. Your willingness to trust changed the atmosphere. I honor every trembling yes. Gratitude will fill rooms that once echoed loneliness and fear. Even silence now vibrates with promise. Wonder if this will last? I understand wariness and bracing for disappointment. Bring it all to me. Doubts, longings, secret anxieties. Thousands before you questioned, and yet victory found them. This is the same movement. I will finish what I began. Hold steady. When you feel like unraveling, remember I have gathered every loose end. Pause. Breathe slowly and let the rhythm remind you you are alive and chosen. Place your hand on your heart. Feel that fragile, fierce pulse. It proves you are still here and still capable of more. Speak if you can. I am still becoming. I am being remade. Your words are not empty. They shake the powers that tried to keep you small. Lies from seasons of struggle whispered your pain proved my absence. That voice was counterfeit. I never left. My nearness was your hidden strength, the force holding you upright when you felt invisible. Storms were not proof of my absence, but a canvas for redemption. I teach you to see fear's remnants as wisdom, not shame. Your wounds become springs of compassion. The cracks let light in. Your journey has not been wasted. Every shadow invited you closer. You are marked for breakthrough. The longing inside you echoes my own desire for your flourishing. Even missteps find redemptive purpose. I waste nothing. Stop measuring worth by past failings. You are anointed to be a light where others grope in the dark. Anticipation will rise, joy and trembling together. That is my spirit confirming your unfolding. Opportunities will appear disguised as interruptions. Conversations that once drained you may become conduits of hope because my power redefines weakness. Doors you abandoned will begin to move. Some you stopped praying about will open. When this happens, you'll know I opened them. Peace will precede every step. If your mind screams that this time nothing will change, acknowledge it and release it. Picture anxious thoughts as leaves on a river. Watch them drift away. Breathe. Let my peace sink deeper than logic. I don't ask for perfect faith, only an honest yes, offered in trembling hope. I prepare you for sacred assignments you cannot yet imagine. Your pain becomes someone else's breakthrough, your scars a map for the lost. You are no longer who you were. Addictions, anxieties, shame, they lose grip because my truth is louder. You are evidence that resurrection is real. What tried to destroy you will draw others to light. You will speak healing words you thought were only for others. Let expectancy take root. This is not the end, but momentum toward release. You return to stillness because you sense a shift. Even if subtle, you join a movement of the awakened. Those who know surrender is the birthplace of strength. Your yes matters. Each choice of trust writes another line in your victory song. Feel warmth spread through your chest. As you dare to believe again, that sensation is not only emotion, but the touch of healing presence. Rest in it. Let your mind quiet and your heart soften. What seemed impossible is unfolding under my hand. There is more to receive and more transformation ahead. I will lead you through every threshold. Keep this openness. I am not finished. Do you sense anticipation? The atmosphere around you is full of possibility. Stay attentive. What comes will exceed the limits you once accepted. Every pause, every surge of hope is a gift laced with purpose for your good. Even when waiting is uncomfortable, I prepare you for what you've longed for. You might measure worth by visible gains, but my work is quiet and deep. I move in hidden ways, shaping your inner world with steady care. My presence is the quiet song beneath racing thoughts. Nothing I ask you to lay down leaves you empty. Releasing anxieties, tired expectations, and control makes room for peace that holds you through storms. Surrender precious things and trust my hands cradle them with wisdom beyond your reach. The future, fragile as it seems, is not hidden from me. I have set a shield around you. You are not exposed in the unknown. My eyes hold your whole path, and I whisper direction step by step. Let gratitude be your anchor, especially in confusion. Noticing what is good now quiets comparison and preserves joy. Pause and notice the comfort of breath, the quiet hour, small gestures of kindness. These create space for me to draw near and replenish your spirit. Lean into the now. I dwell with you here and in what is to come. Do not fear slow unfolding. My timing is not absent-minded. I am never late. Seeds planted need quiet seasons below the surface. The breakthrough you crave grows in unseen places. When patience wears thin, return to me. Let calm settle over fear. My voice slices through noise with hope. You might not understand every season, but each one is known and prepared with love. Many burdens you carry were never meant for you alone. Lay them down. I alone am strong enough. Let go of pressing to shape outcomes. Breathe with me. Trust that smallness does not disqualify you, but draws you closer to my heart. Together, we will face what comes. My strength in you is enough. I know your desire for assurance. Your worth doesn't rise or fall with clarity or pace. I call you mine before you achieve, before you figure it all out. The journey is sacred because I walk with you. When the road twists, lean into love instead of away. Every detour invites discovery of more of who I am for you. When night feels heavy, remember I do not sleep. My gaze remains on you in dreams and waking. I guard, guide, and restore places you can't reach alone. Give me disappointments, and I will exchange them for comfort, that meets you in empty places without demanding proof. Let the day's rhythm remind you new mercies come with each sunrise. You are not defined by yesterday's stumbles or tomorrow's unknowns. My love writes your story line by line. If your spirit falters, find me in the hush before dawn or in unexpected laughter. I delight to meet you in small joys and in the ache of longing. You may feel pressure to show bold faith, but your honesty is what delights me most. Come with doubts and raw edges of hope. I draw near with gentle assurance. You need not fear rejection. I do not recoil at weakness, but embrace with endless grace. Bring every corner of your heart. I am safe, strong, and devoted. In this still moment I offer a fresh beginning, not to erase what's unresolved, but to let today be enough. Place your hand over your heart if it helps. Sense my nearness and delight in your becoming. Together we move forward, one step, one breath, guided and never alone. Rest in my enduring promise. I am with you, always working for your good, forming you by love. Feel the quiet shift around you. Something long buried is rising. You have walked through unending nights, braced against uncertainty, wondering if dawn would break. Shadows linger, but they cannot claim what I destined for light. You are emerging from hiding. No longer cloaked in yesterday's silence, promise grows louder than past disappointment. Doubts and fears will try to whisper again, but hear me. You are not beyond mercy's reach. My affection for you is measured by my heart, not your record. Every wound is visible to me. The places you refuse to touch are exactly where I long to bring power. Your story will not end in defeat. Take a breath here. Sense safety in being fully known and irrevocably loved. You are not merely surviving. You are being prepared for a purpose greater than you imagined. Where you once felt discarded, I declare you chosen. Where you saw broken dreams, I declare rebirth. Soften your grip on regret and welcome the mystery of what I do when a surrendered heart meets invitation. Yes, you, right now. Fresh rivers flow beneath discouragement. My spirit stirs strength in you that will astonish in days to come. Pain will lose its voice, replaced by the anthem of redemption. Even your deepest mistakes become soil for my grace to bloom. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Don't be surprised when hope rises in ordinary hours and sorrow triggers gratitude instead. This reversal is my signature. You are permitted to believe in beauty again. Bring trembling faith in questions. Hesitancy does not limit my movement. I am more committed to your healing than your fear of disappointment. Rest in that truth. My embrace is unconditional, my favor steady, my promise strong. Even now I place my hand over your heart. Feel warmth radiate, assurance you are never outside my reach. Trust my nearness in the silence. I see the tears you hide. I know the nights when your prayers felt swallowed by doubt. You've asked if the cycle will ever break, if you'll ever stand in steady confidence and become someone whose presence brings light to others. The truth is simple and gentle. Change is already happening. Your identity is shifting at the roots. I am taking away the names that stuck to you: failure, forgotten, not enough, and I am writing new ones: chosen, beloved, anointed. There is a power waking inside you that will leave others amazed. But more than that, it will convince you that love is stronger than your fear. Many have stood where you stand, wounded and questioning, only to discover that what looked like delay was actually refinement. You are part of a movement of hearts being awakened, called out of numbness into life again. Watch how even the smallest steps of obedience become a legacy that outlasts you. Don't pull back from hope. Hope is the soil where every miracle grows. The voices telling you to lower your expectations are not mine. Lift your eyes. Greater things are stirring. If your heart feels a pull right now, that hunger is my invitation to go deeper. Believe that rescue has always been intended for you. Let your tears come if they rise. This is release, not weakness. Gratitude opens the door to clarity. Name the good and the hard. You will feel my goodness threading through your story. Say these words out loud. I am not who I was. I am being restored from the inside out. Feel how that sentence unlocks something inside you. Within 72 hours, you will meet a moment of clarity that answers the question you've been carrying. It might come from an unexpected voice or a quiet flash of understanding in a still moment. When it comes, you'll know it. There will be a lift, a fresh breath in your spirit, and peace will settle. Proof that you are on the path I made for you. Even while challenges remain, I am not finished with you. Now, in this quiet place, push aside the noise and the weight that presses on your mind. This word is for you here and now. I have watched over you through every night, waiting for the moment you would turn your heart back. As the day brightens where you are, I am beside you, inviting renewal. There's a question you've carried under other questions, the ache you try to hush. Don't let this moment pass. I want to begin a gentle turning in you. My voice is softer than you expect. I am nearer than your next breath. All the hurry, the striving, the need to prove yourself, let them fade as you recognize I am here. I notice the small things, the worries that circle your thoughts, the doubt that asks if you've made one step too many or don't have what it takes. I am here to still your heart and steady your hand. Breathe. Let my peace move through you like cool water at the start of a warm day. Feel a gentle hand on your shoulder, strong, not harsh. In this quiet room where your heart gathers, I speak reassurance. My love isn't shaken by uncertainty. When you feel unseen, I have cataloged every tear, every silent hope, every tucked away dream. I cut them carefully. As you prepare to listen, drop the urge to perform. You don't have to bring achievements or perfect behavior. I want the simple thing, an honest heart, open and willing. When you rise unsure of what the day will hold, know I am already present in every place your feet will go. My guidance flows to the humble and hungry, not to the satisfied who think they have all the answers. Let go of comparison and the loud clamor of other people's timelines. I delight in walking with the real you, the one who is listening now. If you feel like blessings belong to others and you only get leftovers, hear this. There is no moment in your story I am not in. My favor is not tied to performance. Presence is the promise. I arrange good gifts with loving wisdom and timing you can't see. You see fragments, I see the whole. Stop fighting to control everything. You weren't made for that tightening fear. Let me be your safe place, your quiet harbor. When anxiety surges, lean into my arms. Imagine their warmth. In that shelter, your heart can rest. There is no storm I don't outrank, no surprise I haven't already accounted for. Even when you want to guard yourself from disappointment, know that bracing never saved anyone. My invitation is to trust, a gentle trust, like lying on soft grass beneath an open sky. Yes, pain exists. Heartache is real, but I am never absent in those valleys. Reach out in your heart. You will find I'm already holding you. See the beauty of a fresh start. Each morning is not just another to-do list. It's a chance to live with me and notice the small signs of care. When sunlight brushes your face, let it remind you of delight. When laughter lifts, when food warms, when a kind word arrives, these ordinary moments carry my joy. Life with me doesn't only happen at the mountaintop. It grows in quiet choices to trust rather than despair. I want you to find me in both silence and the noon rush. If you carry heavy concerns for family, safety, health, hope, I see every whisper and intercession. Let me carry some of that weight. You are not meant to bear it all. Entrust the ones you love to me. I cherish them more than you know. When your striving becomes heavy, convert it into surrender. Release them into my care, and I will give you peace that goes beyond understanding. I know how fear tightens your chest before change or responsibility. You ask, will things get better? Will my plans for you unfold? Don't let fear write the story before it begins. My work in your life isn't ruined by setbacks or slow steps. Every delay is seen, every effort matters. I am skilled at pulling good from disappointment, at bringing beauty from barren ground. Trust that emptiness can be the soil for fullness under my hand. Let this truth sink in. I know you by name, far beyond your successes or failures. I take delight in calling you mine and walking with you each day. Yield your anxious heart to me. Bring doubt and the longing for direction into my presence and watch hope rise again. The journey is just beginning. Stay close. Bring your uncertainty into the light. I have always noticed the places where you hesitate. When the nights are long and questions keep you awake, know that my voice still calls your name. Each morning before you open your eyes, I am already beside you, cherishing the small stirrings of your heart and inviting you to trust me with one more step. Here, in my closeness, you can be honest. Bring every weakness and wonder. Can I really carry it all? The answer is always yes. I hold what burdens you. I never tire. Let the sound of promise settle as deeply as your next breath. Dawn isn't just another day. It's my invitation to enter your life afresh. As sunlight pushes through the window, feel my comfort. The heaviness from last night meets my steadiness now. In ordinary acts, pouring coffee, tying shoes, I pour grace into your small moments. You don't need to leap or fix anything. Notice hope flicker when you whisper, thanks. That's where I meet you. Sometimes you want a loud sign, but I'm most present in stillness. The hush before daybreak is full of my tenderness. When you listen beneath the noise of racing thoughts, you'll feel a steadying hand. Fear lists all the ways things might fall apart. I whisper of new beginnings and roads opening where walls once stood. Let the quiet become holy. When old anxieties rise, will I be enough? Hear this. I have chosen you, not for your striving, but because you are mine. Your prayers do not fall into a void. I gather each sigh and longing. I notice the sacrifices no one praises and the burdens you shoulder quietly. The world may not call these victories, but I call them beautiful. Stay near. Your nearness means more than any achievement. Like a parent cherishing a child's first uncertain steps, I cherish your vulnerability. When the path blurs with fatigue or disappointment, remember, I don't ask you to carry it alone. My strength does not run out. On days you feel depleted as if hope will never return, I'm replenishing you quietly, like soft rain soaking dry ground, restoring what feels brittle. Stop striving for a moment and let goodness surround you. Resting in me isn't weakness. It's the holy place where your heart is remade. If old memories accuse or fears crouch by your door, don't flee in shame. I know your whole story and nothing shocks me. Let the light of now come in. Picture my hands lifting each regret. There's no scolding, only forgiveness poured freely. You don't earn this favor. You simply receive it. Trust me enough to unclench your hold on the past and let me lead you forward, step by quiet step. Notice how I draw near in the everyday. Laughter, chores, small kindnesses. Choosing patience instead of anger, a moment of rest instead of rushing, these answer my call without fanfare. My spirit weaves through these hours, gently guiding, filling your space with a peace that roots deeply. As the day unfolds, look for small signs of my presence, an unexpected smile, a timely word, sudden strength when you falter. These are my fingerprints on your day. Even when nothing seems to change, old patterns are not stronger than my promise. When your mind circles worries, hand them to me with quiet honesty. I don't shame you for struggling. I open a door to courage where faint hearts find new life. Each whispered doubt I hear and answer, not always with immediate fixes, but with the reassurance you're not wandering alone. Come as you are. My love reshapes heavy thoughts. I delight to dwell in the messy beauty of your days. The crumbs on the counter, the unmade bed, the unnoticed kindnesses. Nothing is beneath my notice. When you feel unseen and wonder if your offering matters, remember I look on all you do in faith with love. There is holiness in the ordinary. You do not walk today alone. As you carry private hopes and burdens, I move with you, attentive, delighting in each new beginning. I know the depth of your longing for peace, not just absence of trouble, but a fullness that holds through trials. You don't have to perform to deserve my gaze. I've already called you mine. The worries that spin in the quiet hours are not hidden from me. Each breath you take is a gift I cherish. Offer me the heaviness you carry. Every burden lightens when you let me hold it. You may fear uncertain steps, wrong turns, losing what you want most. I promise, I don't lead only into comfort, but into growth. Your place matters, not only your wins, but your struggles and questions too. I am not a judge searching for flaws. I am a parent delighted by your small efforts to love and keep going. I see the unseen acts of kindness and the prayers you whisper for loved ones. These moments are precious to me. In your home, when tempers flare, I offer a quiet nudge toward forgiveness and unity. When you wonder if your dreams are too far gone, remember nothing is beyond my reach. I restore what is lost. Each dawn brings fresh possibility. My mercy is new for you this morning. If regret tries to define you, I override shame with gentle affirmation. I see the gold in you, ready to shine through the cracks. Some days patience feels thin and answers don't come. Don't retreat into despair. Bring your disappointments to me while the world sleeps. Let me transform them, not by erasing every difficulty, but by giving you courage to endure and wisdom to see grace even in delay. Waiting with me is never wasted. In quiet seasons, roots deepen for greater fruit. If fear whispers that your hopes are too bold, let my assurance anchor you. Trust is not the absence of struggle, but the willingness to open your hands while trembling. In that trust, you feel my warmth, guiding decisions and shaping outcomes for good, even when good looks different than you imagined. Imagine my hand pressing on your shoulder, steady and soft, reminding you you're not alone in the unknown. As you walk through early hours, notice ordinary gifts, a smile, the comfort of a familiar room, a rhythm of routine. Let gratitude rise, not because you must, but because it's a natural response to kindness. Each small thank you is a seed of hope. Give your worries space before me, but don't let them consume you. Choose one thing to be grateful for now, however small. That shift opens a window for peace to enter. I want you to know you are cherished, not only when things go well, but amid your private battles. Your significance comes from my unwavering love, not applause. If comparison steals joy or disappointment hardens your heart, rest in what I have for you. It cannot be stolen by another's blessing. When fatigue dulls wonder, remember every breath is my invitation to live from your truest self. Trust that your journey with its bends and bumps is safe in my hands. My voice often comes as a gentle nudge. Listen in the pauses between thoughts, the silence before sleep, the sudden lift of hope. Let my words feed the places inside you, hungry for reassurance, guidance, and reason to keep believing. There will be moments to release control and let me carry what you cannot. Peace often comes from loosening your grip, not from perfect outcomes. Feel relief when you let go, if only for a heartbeat. I am trustworthy. I have been faithful and will continue to be. Vulnerability doesn't disqualify you, it's where I strengthen you and revive courage. So take heart. Step by step we move forward. Draw near. I see the tension inside you, the urge to guard your heart after disappointment. Those walls were built to protect you, and I don't condemn them. Let the ache come. I long to meet you behind those stones. A trembling chest, uncertain flutter. Notice it, breathe, and let release begin. Not of control, but of the burden to hold everything alone. I don't ask for perfection. I ask for permission to minister to the dark places you only show at night. Yield a little and let transformation begin. You may have been told you're too broken to be whole. That lie echoes when regret resurfaces. But I see beyond the damage. I declare you not the sum of what hurt you. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm. Let every beat remind you that love powers your life. My mercy renews with each sunrise. Wounds are becoming strength in my hands. Where you saw ruins, I build new foundations. Begin where you are. Let tears be prayers I treasure. Whisper or speak loud if you can. I want you, God. I want to be known. In that honest cry, you invite healing. My response to openness is more presence, more tenderness. Don't fear slow surrender. You're learning a sacred rhythm, one heartbeat at a time. Soon loneliness will lift and warmth will grow where cold protected you. Stop bargaining for love. My affection isn't a calculation. It's an unbreakable promise that existed before your first breath. In quiet rooms, I imprint worth into your soul. You were chosen before you could choose. I know every layer of your history and still call you beloved. Let these truths fall like gentle rain over your thoughts. You are wanted, seen, not abandoned to figure it out alone. Feel ground beneath your feet. Even when the world spins, here with me is sanctuary. I build refuge around you, brick by brick. Bring each anxious question. There is power in confessing need. Nothing is overlooked. An answer you didn't know you needed is forming on the horizon. The greatest breakthrough may not be removing every difficulty, but finding my nearness inside the struggle. I don't always pluck you from the fire, but I enter it with you. Look for me. I come close to those surrounded by flames. For those who open their hearts, within 72 hours, you will meet unexpected peace, an inner wholeness that doesn't make logical sense. You'll feel refreshed as water on parched ground. If silence feels like abandonment, remember sometimes I step back just enough for you to feel the longing I put inside you. That hunger says, there must be more, and there is so much more. Each step of vulnerability widens the channel for love. You will see fruit where you thought the soil was barren. Breathe. Notice your body settle. Safety is present now in my embrace. Restoration gains momentum. Sorrow loosens. Identity rewrites. Say it out loud. I am not who I was. I am chosen. I am whole. Repeat it until it dismantles the old stories. Compassion, the tenderness you call weakness, is actually sacred strength. Your empathy is where my spirit wants to dwell. You've been equipped for a purpose the world may not notice, but heaven recognizes. Trust that the compassion you carry will heal others just as I heal you. The journey inward flows outward. You are not alone. A great movement wakes as thousands quietly say yes, one trembling heart at a time. Together you reclaim what shame tried to bury. Stay in this space. Every time you choose openness, you take back ground for light. In these small acts, a new legacy begins. The season is shifting. The best is unfolding now. Let your heart linger as I draw you deeper into the shelter of my love. I know how weary disappointment makes you. You've asked if I still see the longings you hide. I cup them gently. The ache behind your laughter, the dreams you lock away, I tend them even when nothing seems to change. Loosen your grip on certainty and invite my presence into the unspoken corners. I enter gently yet powerfully, bringing light where you thought only shadow remained. Trust this. I am not outside your trouble, waiting for you to be stronger. I am inside the moment you most want to escape. Stay. Breathe. Let your chest rise and fall with the knowledge you are not abandoned. Feel the warmth that is my nearness taking root within you. Lies cling like thorns, whispering you are disqualified by weakness. I know how fiercely you have performed for love. Hear me. You are not condemned. Brokenness is not a barrier. It's an invitation for mercy to show up in ways you cannot earn. You are being rewoven from the inside, restored by hands that shape the dawn. I refuse shame access to your identity. Instead, I call you chosen, marked by grace, held by everlasting arms. Say softly or boldly, I am loved, I am wanted, I am safe. Feel your soul shift as truth dismantles fear's fortress. I understand your questions at night. Will anything change? Have you waited in vain? I know the ache of watching others move forward while you feel left behind. But I am not bound by calendars. What looks like delay may be protection and hidden preparation. I work underneath the surface, aligning what must be aligned so breakthrough is unshakable. Soon someone will ask you about the peace you carry. You'll know it's me because their words will unlock fresh gratitude in you. Feel the tension of anticipation and fear. That's my spirit nudging you toward possibility. What if for today you believed I was already working for your good? What if surrender became the doorway to peace rather than defeat? You are not surrendering your right to dream. You're offering me authority to shape those dreams into their truest form. Anxiety is not your compass. Exhale and choose trust. Release the need to have everything figured out before I move. There's residue from past hurts that anchors you in hesitation. Shame says hope is dangerous. That lie wants to keep you small. But I waste nothing. Every heartbreak, setback, and tear has fed the soil of your becoming. None return void. Where you almost gave up will become sacred ground for my faithfulness to bloom. Breathe. Place your hand on your heart. Feel life's pulse. I am the source of that rhythm, rewriting your story even now. You might resist hope, thinking it safer to expect little, but I made you for extravagant hope, not mere endurance. Let anticipation rise, that restless stirring. It's my spirit waking dream once sleeping parts of you. When tears come, let them fall. Each one is precious. Returning to me instead of running is strength. Soon heaviness will lift and humility will be replaced by lightness when shame dissolves. When you pause in my presence, the noise dims enough for clarity to appear. That is where transformation begins. Chains loosen as love pours over old wounds. You learn to breathe abundance instead of scarcity, my abundance. Remember this truth and come back to it. You have not missed your moment. My timing restores lost time. Nothing is wasted under my gaze. I restore years hunger stole. Put aside condemnation for unfinished dreams. I don't measure you by output, but by how bravely you come home to me. You stand on holy ground. Even if the world is unchanged, your breakthrough is measured by joy that grows inside you. I celebrate private victories. Each time you choose hope over cynicism or trust over turning away, hold that truth close. As surely as air fills your lungs, my presence will not leave you. You are surrounded, wrapped, held closer than you imagine. This metamorphosis happens quietly in the background of daily life. Where fear once ruled, boldness rises. Where discouragement lived, resilience takes root. You are being prepared to radiate compassion and wisdom, born from pain turned into promise. Something is forming behind the scenes, and soon people will see evidence, not just you. Listen for my whisper in the mundane hours. I often move silently before public celebration. If you feel overwhelmed and uncertain, remember I am not distant. Each sigh and secret hope reaches me. You don't have to shoulder it alone. My gaze rests on you like morning light on dewy grass, gentle and sure. When your mind spins with questions about the future, family, or fears that never leave, know my heart holds all your anxiety without judgment. There is a place in my love where you can pause, loosen your grip, and feel the pressure melt. Close your eyes for a breath and let yourself be held. You won't disappoint me by needing rest. My desire isn't that you mask struggles, but that vulnerability becomes a door for comfort. Strength sometimes arrives in a whisper. You are safe here. I see the battles no one else notices. The small acts of patience and restraint, I collect them like priceless jewels. Nothing done in love goes unseen. When frustration grows because others misunderstand, trust that I see the root of your motives. Seasons come when progress seems invisible and prayers feel like seeds on hard ground. But every whispered word of faith is received. Nothing is wasted. Fruit sometimes appears slowly. In those times, step outside the pace of worry and remember, I am not hurried. My timing brings what's needed when the soil is ready. In the quiet, surrender not from defeat, but to walk lighter. Surrender is not loss. It's placing heavy things into capable hands. Offer your burdens, and I will shape them into something new. My faithfulness does not depend on your certainty, but on my unwavering love. When storms gather, breathe deeply. And remember my peace rests on your shoulder. Quiet, grounding, present. You are not defined by anxious hours or past mistakes. Your worth is rooted in my delight. Some mornings feel heavy, but take one small step. Even halting movement in faith is honored by me. Don't be discouraged if progress is slow. I seek a willing heart more than perfection. My pace matches yours. My guidance meets you where you are. Whenever doubt shouts that you are alone, recall my spirit whispers assurance louder. Place your hand over your heart and feel my nearness. You belong to something unbreakable, forged in love that outlasts trouble. Let my presence steady you amid confusion. As you wait for clarity, you do not wander unseen. I am the light leading you through uncertain places, step by sacred step. The harvest you long for will not be taken from you. Don't measure hope by unfinished things or timelines you can't control. I cultivate beauty in quiet ways you may only notice after gentle seasons pass. There will be times when gratitude comes from inner confidence rather than outer circumstance. Rest assured, I am preparing goodness while teaching you to trust in the waiting. Pause now and let gratitude move through you, not as duty, but as the natural song of a soul that remembers it is cherished. Breathe deeply of this day with its promise and uncertainty, and know your journey is watched over with infinite care. My love for you isn't fragile or based on results. It stays steady through every season of your life, gentle and strong enough to meet you in every moment of need. I see how the world's noise can press in until your thoughts race through your mind, trying to find answers that never seem to settle. In those moments, come closer. Closer than the confusion, closer than all the noise that pulls at your peace. My rest isn't found in everything going perfectly for you, nor is it only found after storms end. It is born inside your soul the moment you realize you're not facing anything alone, because I'm holding you even now. When uncertainty rises, let each breath become a small act of trust, a quiet reminder to your heart that you are safe with me. My hand is steady, always open, always ready to shelter you. No matter how loud life gets, you can return to this place of refuge again and again. When the night feels long, when worry sits heavy before the morning light appears, picture my presence right beside you. Let your anxious thoughts melt away like dew dissolving under warm sunlight. The worries you carry about your family, about your future, about mistakes you fear you can't undo, I see them all. Not one concern is hidden from me. Rest, even if just for a moment, knowing I never turn away from your honesty. When your emotions feel tangled or your spirit feels tired, I become your strength. Whenever you wonder if your voice reaches me, remember this. You are treasured, not because you are endlessly brave, but because you keep choosing to come to me. Even the smallest prayer, even the ones that feel weak and fragile, are welcomed. If all you have are tears, I receive them. Every sigh, every unspoken longing, I hear it. Even when I seem silent, I am not distant. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply feel what you're feeling and bring it to me without pretending. You don't need to hide your sadness or mask your fears. Let me meet you there, right in the middle of it. I'm not threatened by your questions, your doubts, or the parts of your heart you barely know how to touch. Doubt doesn't push me away. I walk with you through valleys just as faithfully as I walk with you through bright fields. When the future feels uncertain and fear whispers that you don't know the next step, hold this truth. I go before you. I prepare the ground long before you arrive. Even the paths that appear impossible can become peaceful roads when you walk them with me. Sometimes it's your own expectations that weigh you down most. You may feel pressured to fix everything, to get it all right, to prove your worth again and again. But beloved, your value isn't measured by perfection or constant achievement. My joy in you comes from who you are, not just what you do. In what feels like weakness, my strength becomes most visible. Let go of your tight grip on outcomes and place them in my hands. The broken attempts, the unfinished chapters, the dreams that seem delayed, none of them make you a disappointment to me. Your calling isn't a race, and it isn't threatened by slow seasons. The timing of your life rests safely in my care, guided with patience and purpose. Think about how the sky brightens, slowly, gently, not all at once. Trust that the work I've begun in you will be nurtured, watered, and brought to fullness in the perfect time. Even the days that seem stagnant are part of my purpose. I'm not rushing you. I'm not impatient with your pace. You are not shaped by your past or the names others placed on you. Listen to my voice above all others, the voice that calls you beloved, renewed mine. When old memories echo rejection or failure, bring them to me. I heal what was wounded and restore what was lost. What others see as small, I call precious. No act of kindness, no moment of surrender, no quiet hope is ever overlooked. I see every seed you plant, every choice to trust, even when gratitude feels hard. Family, whether chosen, given, or gathered, is one of the ways I pour love into your life. When you carry burdens for those you care about, when you fear for their safety or ache for reconciliation, trust that I hold their stories too. Love them well, but know their journeys rest in my hands. Where you long for restoration, bring that longing to me. Let your prayers cover them like a soft blanket. I draw near to those who hurt, bringing comfort where you cannot reach. There is no situation too dark for my light to find you. Even on the days when you believe you've fallen short, when shame urges you to withdraw, I don't push you away, I draw you close. Every morning my mercies rise fresh, strong, and ready to meet whatever the day brings. Release the need to strive. Let my kindness fill the empty and weary places. Let today be a fresh beginning, not because everything has changed, but because you choose, even for a moment, to let me be enough. When you pause for just a breath, notice the stillness settling around your heart, the gentleness that wraps around you like a warm embrace. With me, hope is always possible. Even if you cannot see what's ahead, I can. Even if you feel unprepared, I have prepared you. Walk with me and watch how blessings appear in places you never expected. I'm faithful to finish the work I started in you, guiding, strengthening, and teaching you to trust in ways that free your soul. You are not who you once were. Can you feel the shift inside? The heaviness is loosening its grip? I'm shaping you even now. Not simply patching broken pieces, but awakening a new resilience born from surrender. I've seen your silent battles, your repeated struggles, your late-night worries, yet here you are, choosing to draw near instead of running away. Nothing about your effort has been wasted. The nights you felt unseen, the tears you thought no one noticed, I gathered everyone. Your pain has purpose in my hands. You may wonder why your journey has felt hidden, why answers feel delayed. But silence doesn't mean absence. Sometimes I draw you into stillness so you can hear my heartbeat aligning with yours. Place your hand over your chest. Feel that steady rhythm. It's a sign of my nearness. I create moments of deep quiet so you can recognize how close I truly am. The enemy wants you to believe you're invisible or behind everyone else. But he's wrong. I've hidden you for protection, not punishment. The roots of a mighty oak must grow deep before its branches can stretch high. You are in a season of deepening. Release your shoulders. Let go of comparison. Your transformation isn't late. It is carefully timed for glory you can't yet imagine. I know the weight of the names you've carried, names spoken in anger, labels etched into memory. Today I rewrite them. Where shame wrote insignificance, I write chosen. Where fear wrote unworthy, I write beloved. Speak it aloud. I am chosen. I am loved. Let the truth settle inside you. That stirring you feel, that quiet trembling of hope, that is victory taking root. Your breakthrough is gathering strength. Resistance may rise. Doubt may whisper that change can't happen. That too much time has passed. But your wrestling is proof of life awakening within you. When you feel the urge to retreat, to grow numb, remember, I'm not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to be honest. Acknowledge the ache and invite me into it. Feel the breath filling your lungs, my spirit sustaining you. Fear has a voice, but it does not define your future. Something inside you is breaking free. The old garments of discouragement and regret are slipping away. Step into the clothing of new identity. You are wrapped in mercy that does not unravel. I've assigned you a purpose that becomes clearer as you release the need to control everything. Surrender isn't weakness, it's the doorway to resurrection power. There's an awakening happening inside you, one that cannot be muted by your mistakes. I reclaim lost time. Notice that flicker of hope appearing unexpectedly. Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. As you move through your day, even in ordinary moments, I will send signs of my presence. When someone speaks words you secretly long to hear, know that it's me gently confirming I haven't forgotten you. Peace will settle over you in ways the world cannot imitate. Some of you feel uneasy because you sense something big beginning. The world taught you to stay small, but I invite you to stand in the fullness of who you are. Let your spirit stretch, let your voice rise. Chains are breaking, clarity is coming. Every place you felt invisible is becoming a place of purpose. The hidden years were preparation, not punishment. You will emerge with a fire in your spirit that cannot be silenced. The distance you feel between us is dissolving. You'll soon see that I've been closer than your breath. In quiet moments, I've sung over you songs of deliverance. I declared victories long before you saw even a glimmer of change. My mercy wraps around you, shielding you from the shame that once tormented your mind. Breathe again. Feel the weight lifting, not because you forced strength, but because I'm carrying you. I'm trading your exhaustion for renewal that rises from the deepest part of your being. Stand here without apology. You are not a burden. I delight in you. Pay attention to your heart. You'll feel the shift as you realize you're no longer defined by lack, but by the abundance that flows from my goodness. You're part of a greater movement, a quiet rising of hearts, choosing hope over despair. Your willingness to be shaped by me is sending ripples far beyond your own story. Your surrender holds a commission, an unfolding assignment that will become clear step by step. Trust that today's small act of faith is opening doors you cannot yet see. I'm orchestrating details with precision, sometimes subtly, sometimes suddenly. Even when you feel uncertain, my grace is enough. There is more within you than you realize. Let your heart settle. Release what you cannot control. My presence doesn't fade when you're overwhelmed. I recognize every sigh you breathe in exhaustion. I know you're longing for stability, for reassurance. Even when your hope feels fragile, I do not measure you by the strength of your confidence. I hold you through every hesitation and question. Every time you turn to me, even with doubts, you're stepping deeper into my peace. I'm building resilience in you, not through pressure, but through gentle presence. Let my voice calm your fears. There is beauty in releasing outcomes. Each day invites you not to force your way forward, but to rest in what I'm shaping within and around you. If you pause, you'll notice the quiet power I bring, not always in lightning moments, but often in steady restoration of hope. Each surrender opens your soul to fresh light. Humble yourself before me, not out of shame, but out of trust that I will lift you at the right time. I don't ask you to impress me, I ask for truth. Bring your limits, your disappointments, your fear of not being enough. Lay them before me without apology. In that honesty, grace flows freely, washing away shame, renewing purpose, planting new beginnings. When loneliness creeps in or you question your worth, remember I designed you for belonging. My spirit rests closer than your breath, drawing you into connection every time your heart reaches toward me. In the silent corners of your pain, I sit with you. You are not unseen. Every small kindness you show, every quiet choice to trust becomes a bridge of hope that reaches farther than you know. As the day winds down, let gratitude return, not as an obligation, but as a natural response to how I've carried you. Think of the warmth that touched your face, the moments of laughter, the rest you were given, the unseen ways I protected you. Gratitude doesn't deny your struggles. It opens your eyes to my presence woven through every hour. My timing is perfect, even when you feel overlooked. Not one promise I've whispered over your life will fade. I prepare you for every season with wisdom and strength that appear exactly when needed. If answers seem slow, don't mistake patience for absence. Waiting becomes transformation in my hands. Hold on to the small signs of my movement, a timely word, an unexpected opportunity, comfort arriving just in time. These aren't coincidences. They're reminders of my orchestration. Look for me in the details, the kindness of a friend, the sound of laughter, the clarity that appears after confusion lifts. These are whispers of my presence, building hope, layer by layer. Don't give up when you're tired or when the path feels long. I am the one who steadies your soul. You're not wrong for feeling weary, but don't let weariness define you. Rest here. Let my peace fall like soft rain over your worries, washing away fear and restoring your strength. My hands hold you steady for the journey ahead. The work I began in you is sacred. Even the small choices you make each day, the ones no one sees, are shaping a story that matters. Believe again. Receive new courage. You are not alone. Feel the rising within you, the mixture of ache and anticipation. This isn't an ending. It's a holy unveiling. You've been carried this far by my constant nearness. As you breathe, feel my presence surrounding you like morning light gently filling the room. I've drawn you here not just to comfort you, but to transform you. You are not an afterthought. You are the crescendo I've been shaping since before time began. Every battle you survived, every quiet night of wrestling, I was imprinting identity onto your soul. I'm calling you now, not only to healing, but to purpose. You once believed your pain made you unworthy, but your scars will become evidence of my power to restore what was lost. The time for shrinking back is ending. Your voice will carry hope into places you never imagined. Courage is rising within you, not from your strength, but from mine flowing through you. You will leave traces of my love everywhere you go. The season of smallness is ending. Expansion is coming, not by striving, but through surrender. Each morning, return to the quiet rhythm we share. Let your first breath be an invitation for my spirit to move freely in your day. You have shifted from survival to renewal, from enduring pain to carrying hope. Old labels are falling away. I call you free, and that freedom is real. Your wounds are no longer sources of shame. They radiate beauty and strength. In the coming days, expect clarity. When these moments come, pause and welcome them with gratitude. This is how you learn to trust my whisper above fear's noise. I'm arranging unexpected encounters, words spoken by others that echo precisely what you need. When peace floods your bones, know it is my hand. Nothing you endured was wasted. What stretched you is becoming the gold that adorns your calling. Your scars shine now, they are your legacy. You are a living sanctuary, proof that my love heals and transforms. Challenges will still come, but you will not face them as you once did. I am fortifying your heart so you can withstand storms and still sing. Your joy will be more than optimism. It will be rooted deeply in me. Whenever fear tries to grip you, remember nothing in creation can separate you from my love. That is your inheritance. Live from it. Speak truth over yourself. Loved, chosen, restored, sent. Repeat it until the old lies lose their voice. When darkness tries to return, push back with truth. Begin your mornings anchored in my promises and end your nights remembering my faithfulness. Let gratitude become the language of your heart. Lean in. Understand this. Your best days are not behind you or far away. They begin now, with each small choice to yield to my transforming presence. Your steps create ripples of hope, touching families, communities, even strangers who glimpse me in your eyes. I'm turning your hidden longings into harvests of joy. Stay awake to what I'm doing. Doors are opening, but more importantly, your eyes are opening to opportunities you once overlooked. Let my affirmation silence every voice of accusation. You walk in abundance, not in scarcity. My grace never runs dry. Stay open to surprise. Watch how I bring beauty from places you once labeled hopeless. When hope rises, embrace it. When weariness returns, rest in me. When questions come, bring them straight to my heart. You are here in this moment exactly when you needed to be. Do not believe the lie that this invitation belongs to someone else. You are not forgotten in the noise of the world. I see you. I know you. I want you near. Quiet the thoughts saying you're too late or too flawed. I am here for the weary, the hopeful, the doubting, the longing. If you let my words linger, they will ease the tension in your soul. You don't have to hold everything together. This is the dawn of something new. Even if the sky is gray and your spirit feels heavy, breathe. Not a forced breath, but one filled with the peace I give freely. Before you check your phone, before you step into demands, you are already wrapped in my presence. Feel the sacred pause. I'm as close as your next breath. Even when your mind is loud or your plans feel messy, I offer peace that doesn't shatter. Some of you wait carrying burdens you can't even name. Expectations press on your shoulders. Doubts rise. What if the struggle is too much? What if nothing changes? What if you fail again? You don't need to conquer this day by sheer effort. Bring the fears you hide deepest. Let go of the anxiety wrapped around your heart through the night. Each worry is an invitation to take my hand instead of relying on your own strength. I'm not distant. I'm not watching with judgment. My gaze is steady and tender. When your thoughts spiral or the what-ifs swell, remember I have never left you to face storms alone. Long before you learned to call my name, I was guiding your steps and covering your nights. I am both the sunrise and the foundation beneath your feet, your first home, long before you built any defenses. Sometimes you wonder if I'm truly near or if my voice is your imagination lost in the noise. Hear me clearly. My nearness is not a feeling. It is a reality. Even when you're overthinking, overworking, trying to hold everything together, my love surrounds the most fragile places within you. It is patient, unchanging, forgiving again and again. There is a mercy that outlasts your mistakes and a hope that shines, especially when the path is hardest. When you lift your eyes searching for direction, the world shouts for more. be better, do more, run faster. But I invite you to pause in gratitude. Let it be simple. Notice your breath, the light coming through the window, the steady beat in your chest. These are signs of my sustaining presence. Gratitude makes room for peace, releases you from comparison, and brings you back to the truth of who you are. Don't armor yourself with self-reliance. You are not alone in this journey. My guidance isn't hidden, and my voice isn't drowned out by your doubts. I am always ready to shine light on your path. My word over you is acceptance and belonging, not temporarily, but always. If your history makes you hesitant to hope, meet me in that ache. Let go of the idea that your life must look a certain way by now. I'm not discouraged by your pace. My plans don't unravel when you struggle. Even the waiting seasons are fertile ground where I prepare you for what's ahead. Your story is not stuck. My spirit is shaping parts of you too deep for your own hands to reach. You don't have to fight for my attention. You already have it. In every longing, every morning sigh, every uncertain step, I am with you. Beneath the noise, you'll hear my gentle call. Return, rest, receive. This day still holds more than you expect. Keep your heart open. This is only the beginning. Notice the light filling your day as I draw near. My presence doesn't arrive with force, but with the soft certainty of a loving Father. When you pause even briefly, you'll find the comfort your soul has been searching for. The kind that settles your fears and reminds you you're not alone. The worries tugging at you this morning, the anxiety creeping around the edges of your responsibilities, they don't define you and they don't have the final say. Every day brings new uncertainties, challenges larger than your strength. Yet in all of it, I hold you steady. I secure your footing so you won't be swept away. As the sun rises, my mercies rise with it, meeting you with promise. When you bring the scattered pieces of your heart to me, even before the pressures of the day hit, I gather them with tenderness. I'm inviting you into a place of rest, not striving. A clearing in the chaos where hope can grow. This hope isn't wishful thinking. It is anchored in who I am and my unchanging love. Sometimes you brace yourself for disappointment, worrying I might withhold blessings. But I don't hold back good from you. I created your laughter, your tenderness, the courage inside you that awakens when you trust me. You don't need to force joy to fill the empty spaces. Let me steady you. Even when you can't see what's ahead, my hand is already guiding. Don't confuse the pause between prayers and answers with my absence. I am near, quietly cultivating growth where you surrendered. Hear my gentle voice. You are not alone in today's unknowns. You don't need to perform gratitude or manufacture peace. Lay down the inner battles. Rest in the truth that I'm moving in your home, in the hearts of those you love, in the unseen places you long to see break through. My purpose unfolds, even when it moves quietly. Trust isn't passivity, it's courage. The bravery of believing my care holds you through every storm. There are days when the uncertainty around you starts to set the pace of your heart. Old fears disguise themselves as caution, and past wounds pretend to be warnings for the future. Even then, I am close, quietly rewriting your story with patience. I am not waiting for you to fall. I am the safe place that steadies you. When your thoughts speed in circles echoing the same worries, let me calm them. Feel your breath slow as you anchor back into this moment. I am here, steady and constant, celebrating the simple bravery it takes for you to trust me for just one more minute. You carry not only your own burdens, but also the weight of the people you love. Some mornings the ache for their breakthrough feels heavier than your own. When you grieve for those drifting from hope, remember that my love for them surpasses even your deepest concern. Release them to me, not out of defeat, but with confidence that I see, I understand, and I never let go of those you place in my care. The prayers you whisper in the early stillness never vanish. I am at work in their stories, even when you catch only the smallest glimmers of change. Rest your tired heart, letting my peace fill the places you cannot. Lift your gaze for a moment from the crowded path of your worries. Notice the beauty I slip into your day, the laughter of children, the comfort in a familiar voice, the sweet pause by a window or beneath the stretch of open sky. These quiet mercies are my reminders to you, threads of kindness pulling you out of anxious striving and into deeper assurance. When your mind runs to the tasks unfinished or to people who expect more from you, let your heart rest here. You are not measured by your productivity or your successes. You are mine. Before you accomplish anything or fail at anything, you are loved. Keep coming back to this quiet place where your soul can soften, where you don't have to hold everything together. I am not evaluating your faith by how composed you look, but by how willing you are to be held. I see every honest tear, every doubt you keep hidden. When fear tells you to shut down or pride urges you to push through alone, remember my invitation. Lean into me instead. You don't need to impress me. You don't need to pretend. Just be here with me and let my love soothe what feels raw inside you. Sometimes the road ahead looks tangled and questions fill your mind. What if you fail? What if things don't improve? Type yes if you are ready for the blessings that you are about to receive. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. What if all your prayers lead nowhere? Hear me clearly. I am with you, even here. I never promised that every road would be easy, but I promise my presence, my wisdom, and my strength for every step. In the waiting and the wondering, you are learning to feel my nearness in a way certainty could never teach you. Hold on to this truth. Your future is secure in my hands, just as this moment is. Breathe slowly, loosen your grip on fear, and trust that the one who walks beside you sees what you cannot. I am attentive to the quiet longings you rarely speak, always ready to steady your hope when it new triggers. Stay close, dear one. There is more I want to reveal if you will rest a little longer in my care. Let me be with you in the ordinary moments, the hush of dawn, the soft light moving across your walls, the early stirrings of thought that carry both hunger and hope. You wonder if anyone truly perceives what you wrestle with beneath the surface, the questions behind your eyes that never find words. I know them. Every hidden place, every longing. You belong to me. Even when you cannot name what you feel, I see the quiet desire for peace rising inside you as the day awakens. When fear insists your past still defines you, let my assurance settle over you. You are not confined by what was or by what others expect. When I call you by name, it is with full awareness of every stumble and every small victory. Take a breath. Sense my presence as I shield you from regret and from the pressure to prove your worth. In my care, your future is maturing quietly. You do not need to rush what is already unfolding. Life may stir with uncertainties that leave you circling the same questions. Will I ever find my place? What if I'm not enough? Meet me in that trembling space. Place your hand over your heart and feel my steadiness, warm, unshaken, moving through you. As you trust me with what is unclear, I make room for new clarity to grow. Let my voice be the gentle guidance that turns you toward new possibilities, even when your feet hesitate. I am attentive to the concerns you tuck away. Every flicker of worry matters to me. In the quiet before the world begins its rush, speak your burdens aloud. Picture placing them into my hands. I invite you to release what was never meant to weigh you down. This sacred exchange brings freedom, your surrender making space for my courage to take root. Gratitude may feel distant when life moves fast, yet even the smallest whisper of thankfulness opens your heart to me. Let gratitude ripple softly. Thank me for breath, for shelter, for simple kindness woven into your day. These gentle reminders show you that my care is never absent. The world competes for your attention, but when you pause to recognize my nearness, you rediscover the truth of my love. I hold your family and those you cherish with a protective tenderness. I shape outcomes you cannot see and draw beauty out of uncertainty. Offer me the relationships and hopes that weigh on your heart. Trust me to nurture what you cannot fix or fully understand. My work does not rely on your perfection or on every detail aligning as you expected. Rest in this. I am always moving on your behalf. I teach patience not as punishment, but as an invitation to deeper trust. If you compare yourself to others or feel lost among their victories, stand under the gentle truth that you are uniquely cherished. I set your worth long before you took your first breath, delighting in all that makes you who you are. Your journey unfolds with precision. Do not measure your progress by someone else's path. My affirmation reaches into every part of your story, whispering in the stillness that your life is precious, valued, and fully seen. When waiting grows heavy and hope feels tangled in delay, remember, my timing is never wasted. Even the pauses carry purpose, shaping resilience and preparing blessings you cannot yet imagine. You may not see the harvest now, but seeds planted in faith will rise in their season. Focus on the light I give for today. Let me strengthen you for what lies ahead. You will not be crushed by the weight you carry. You are lifted by my promise and presence. Let this morning stir renewal within you, a fresh willingness to trust despite unanswered questions. As you step into the hours before you, let my words fall like gentle rain, easing your fears and breathing life back into your hopes. In the simplest moments of this day, I am here, guiding you, guarding you, delighting in the turn of your heart toward me. My love is your shelter, steady whether the world feels bright or shadowed. Whatever this day demands, I provide what you need, not a challenge-free path, but the strength to rise through it. Listen for my voice, soft yet persistent, reminding you that your place in my heart is unshakable. This conversation is not ending. Even without all the answers, let hope stay as present as your next breath. You feel the inner shifting, the trembling like the earth before rain. You've known nights when rising again felt impossible, when hope felt heavy instead of lifting. But listen, can you sense the change in the air? My nearness is pressing closer, softening the ache of old disappointments. What felt like silence was preparation. You were never abandoned in the waiting. I have been with you in the quiet, shaping you in secret for what is coming. Every longing, every unanswered cry, every sigh in the night, I have held them all. Purpose moves beneath your pain, hidden but unbreakable, and now it begins to surface. Reach for me, even if your reach feels weak. I do not ask for perfection, only permission. Open the rooms of your heart you've guarded for so long. I will walk with you into the places you avoid. I am not afraid of your wounds or confusion. Those very places are the ones I long to fill with my peace. Pause. Feel your heartbeat. Breathe in deeply. Let my assurance sink into every part of you. You are loved, completely without exception. Exhale the fear that you've gone too far. You haven't. I am writing your renewal, turning even your regrets into future strength. I see the doubts flicker through your mind. You wonder if your faith is too small, if others have access to something you don't. Hear me. Your faith, trembling as it is, unlocks what striving never could. This journey is not about earning anything. It is about surrender. When you let go of outcomes, you make room for me to move in ways that will surprise you. Wisdom is blooming from your struggle, like petals unfolding after a storm. Do not dismiss your small beginnings. Today's quiet surrender will become tomorrow's story of victory. You've heard the lie that you're too flawed to be used powerfully, that your past disqualifies you. My child, stop measuring yourself by standards I never placed on you. I see beyond your mistakes. I see the masterpiece forming from dust. My strength shines brightest through those who know they cannot save themselves and who welcome my grace into their broken places. Say it aloud. I am not disqualified. Speak it until your voice steadies. Even now you are being positioned for the very calling the enemy tried hardest to block. Let the weight of this moment settle around you. The air feels thick with possibility. That's me drawing near enough to touch your breath. This is not your imagination. This is encounter. I cover you, shielding your fragile hope. Be still. Let your weariness fall into my rest. As you settle into this shelter, know that I am restoring your vision, not just your dreams, but your ability to see yourself as I do. Chosen, needed, deeply loved. There is power in naming what you carry. Disappointment, delay, fatigue, longing. As you name them, I gather them. Nothing escapes my care. Voices around you and within you may challenge my promises, but stand firm. I call you mine. I call you transformed. Your past is not a map for your future. Release the harsh judgment you've held over your own life. Even now, the weight loosens. You are not who you were yesterday, and tomorrow you will stand in greater freedom. You are shifting from surviving to truly living because I am restoring strength to the places you thought were ruined. Feel the warmth stirring through you like the first touch of spring, a quiet but certain sign of breakthrough. You may not see the whole picture yet, but you are not lost. You are nearing clarity, closer than you think. There will be a moment this week when peace meets you unexpectedly. Maybe while cooking, walking, or hearing a laugh. You will know it is me, because fear will ease, replaced by a confidence you cannot explain. In that moment, you will remember these words. You will know I have been with you through it all. You wonder if anyone else has carried the same hidden battles. Many have walked this valley and found freedom when they surrendered what they couldn't fix alone. Every time you choose trust over anxiety, you join a movement of awakened hearts. You are not traveling this road alone. You are surrounded by the testimonies of those who overcame, and your life too will become a light for others. A reminder that resurrection is more than possible, it is promised. So keep moving forward. The change happening within you is forming endurance, an endurance that leads to hope, not bitterness. I'm giving you a heart capable of receiving me more deeply than ever. This is your invitation to release what no longer serves you, to let go of the need to understand every detail, and to believe that your best days still lie ahead. You are not forgotten. I am preparing an unveiling that will bring meaning to every shadowed place. There's more I want to show you. Stay with me here. What you are seeking is found in the quiet, the gift discovered by those who do not rush past the moment. Hold on, little one. Your story is not finished. You stand on the edge of new territory, feeling the tremble beneath your resolve. You have come far, yet fear tries to replay every failure. I recognize the sting of disappointment, the ache of prayers that didn't unfold the way you hoped. Your heart presses with unasked questions. If you are near, why does uncertainty still linger? I answer deeper than words, with a settling peace in your chest and strength in your bones. What I spoke over your life remains. Let each breath remind you. With every rise and fall of your lungs, my presence moves through you. This is more than comfort. This is your anchor. Beneath the chaos is a foundation that does not move. That is my covenant beneath your feet. You are not on the brink of disaster. You are held by promise. Even when you cannot see movement, stillness does not mean absence. It means trust stretched across uncertainty. Some days hope feels like a tease, bright until you reach for it. You know how quickly the world can take what you treasure. But I am not like shifting shadows. My love does not retreat. You fear being disappointed again, and I do not shame you for that. When your heart has been hurt, it is natural to brace yourself. But to receive what is coming, you must open your hands. Release your grasp, and I will fill what you let go. Pause. Uncurl your fingers. Place your hand over your heart if you want. Let my words anchor you. The sorrow that rises when you trust again is proof that your heart is still alive. Every heartbeat is a sign. You have been carried, preserved, held. I see you looking at the door you once prayed would open, the one you gave up hoping for. What if I am the one holding the handle, opening it at the perfect moment? Your longing is not wasted. I specialize in resurrecting dreams you thought were buried. You ask, what will protect me if disappointment comes again? The answer is not self-reliance. You've tried that. It wore you thin. I am your shield. My shelter doesn't stop storms, but makes them powerless to break you. The deepest parts of you remain safe, untouched by disappointment, in the sanctuary of my love. I don't numb your pain, I transform it into wisdom. Your scars are not marks of failure, but signs of battles survived with me. Sometimes I allow the ground beneath you to shake, not to scare you, but to loosen what cannot remain. Every tremor strips away what cannot stand in my presence. You are being refined, not rejected. When fear whispers that you will come up lacking, listen instead to what I say. You are being shaped to carry greater glory. Let that truth settle over your doubts like a warm blanket in the night. Breathe it in. Say it if you can. I am in my Father's hands. I know your instinct, to shrink your expectations so disappointment hurts less. But shrinking was never my design for you. You were made to expand, to hope for what you cannot yet see, to move forward with courage. Breakthrough is near, sometimes arriving not with noise, but with quiet confidence. This week you will notice an inner shift, a soft release of an old fear you didn't realize you still held. When that peace comes, you will recognize me by the way tension melts from places you thought were permanently tight. Pause. Let this truth settle. There is a work happening in the stillness that striving could never produce. I see your hidden tears, the ones that fall quietly, unnoticed by others. They are not unseen by me. Every tear waters the ground of your future. What you sow in vulnerability, I will return as a field of breakthrough. Never apologize for needing me. I am drawn to your honesty. I move in the places where you admit you don't have it all together. You are not disqualified by confusion or hesitation. I am not counting your missteps. I am holding your surrendered moments. Even your doubts can become faith when placed in my hands. Sometimes the greatest trust is whispering, "Help my unbelief." I do not distance myself when you waver. I draw closer, filling your cracks with my faithfulness. You wonder, if I let go, will I lose everything? Listen, if you lose what was never meant to stay, I will replace it with what cannot be taken. My gifts endure. Trust the exchange, even when surrender feels difficult. Surrender is not giving up. It is giving over to the one who cannot fail. Right now, notice your breathing. The steady rise and fall is not random. It is a sign of my nearness. When worry returns, place your hand over your chest again, and remember, you carry my spirit within you. Every inhale is a beginning. Every exhale releases what was never meant to stay. You are being changed from the inside out, in ways so subtle you may not notice, but I notice every shift. Thousands have reached this breaking point and believed it was the end, only to find it was where I began rebuilding. You are not alone in your struggle. What you carry is not weakness. It announces that resurrection power is close. I'm writing a story in you that will one day strengthen others fighting silent battles. Your struggle has purpose. The enemy wants you to believe you're alone, but that's a lie. The strength rising within you is a sign to the unseen realm that you belong to me, and nothing can hinder my plans. Soon you will understand why I allowed what hurt you, and why your emptiness is making room for transformation. You are not who you were at the start of this journey. You are healing, even now. Listen, I am pouring fresh oil into the places of you that feel cracked and tired. Everything is shifting. Let your heart lean into this moment and let stillness wash over your racing thoughts. Each day, I am quietly shaping you, even when you feel distant or unsure. I know how tempting it is to measure yourself by your mistakes or by what others expect of you. Release those invisible pressures. Know this, I am not keeping score. I am not pointing out your flaws. My desire is to see you free. Free to breathe, to hope, to receive rest. Remember, it is not perfection that draws you close, but your willingness to simply stay with me a little longer. When you wake in the early hours, listen to the slow rising of life. Birds singing, light returning, a new day unfolding. These simple beginnings are my reminders that renewal comes faithfully, just like the dawn. Let gratitude fill your lungs. As it does, your anxieties will loosen their grip. Bring each concern to me one by one, like clouds drifting across the morning sky. I hear every silent fear, every quiet plea, and I invite you to hand them over. Some days you hesitate to trust because you fear you aren't enough, that your prayers are too small or your hope too fragile. But my love is not measured by your strength. Even the faintest sigh surrendered to me becomes a sacred offering. Bring me your uncertainty, and I will meet you exactly where you feel weakest, like cool water on tired skin. My peace will soften what feels raw within you. With each sunrise, I whisper a promise: you are protected, not just from what happens around you, but from the inner storms that threaten your confidence. What you cannot yet see, I have already prepared. A path through confusion, a place of safety, a direction when you feel lost. When disappointment whispers that your story is incomplete, remember, I am the author who never abandons the work. Every line of your life is written with intention. Pay attention to the gentle stirrings within you, the sudden compassion, the urge to encourage, the small desire to reach out. These are not random. They are my spirit shaping your heart, teaching you to notice my voice. In the quiet pauses between your breaths, my whisper becomes clear. I know you're longing for direction, for visible answers. Sometimes impatience rises, wanting quick change. A door opened, a loved one transformed, a need met immediately. Do not condemn yourself for this longing. Waiting is hard, even for the strongest. My timing is shaped by mercy, not delay. As you trust me, you will find unexpected joy even in what once felt empty. If you feel unseen or overlooked, bring that ache into my light. I do not miss your quiet faithfulness. Your sacrifices in silence matter deeply to me. The unnoticed kindnesses, the daily courage, the attempts to rise again when no one praises you, these fill my heart with joy. You are never invisible to me. Your life is a precious offering, even when no one else sees. Worries about the future, your family, your work, your dreams, can weigh heavily. It is natural to want clarity, but I invite you to place each anxious question at my feet. Breathe slowly and notice the blessings already around you. Food on your table, a roof over your head, the warmth of a voice you love, the simple miracle of breath itself. These are not small things. They are signs that I am with you, caring for you, guiding you, steadying your steps one moment at a time. These are the signs I am walking with you, step by step, day by day. Trust that because I have been faithful up to now, I will not leave your needs unmet. Obedience can feel costly. Releasing control, forgiving wounds, moving forward without every detail. But courage is not the absence of trembling. It is choosing to keep going while holding fast to my promise. Lift your eyes from fear. Rest your shaking hand in mine. I will steady your resolve and breathe fresh hope into your spirit when you feel worn thin. What you offer in faith, however small, I will use to shape a blessing far larger than you can yet imagine. Let these words sink into your heart like gentle rain on thirsty soil. Each encouragement I give is meant not only to soothe you, but to call forth life, growth, and expectancy. When you cannot see progress, believe that roots are forming beneath the surface, hidden but real. In my presence, nothing is wasted. Even your waiting seasons are preparing you for the joy I am leading you toward. The song of your hope is heard. Yield to the process, rest in my care, and quietly you will be transformed. More patient, more tender, more tuned to my voice than you thought possible. You are my beloved, chosen and treasured, held securely even when the world feels unstable. Let that truth be the ground you live from today. I am near. I am for you. Breathe out and receive my peace. I miss nothing in your journey. I am present in the ordinary routines and the noisy interruptions. I draw close whenever you pause and remember me. I know how the rhythms of your days press on you, how concerns for those you love replay in your mind late at night, how you wonder whether your quiet prayers change anything. I am the faithful gardener, tending what grows in hidden ground. Nothing planted in trust is wasted. The smallest kindness, the honest surrender, they are treasures to me. When the air feels heavy and tomorrow looks uncertain, find reassurance in the ordinary. A corner turned and sunlight spilling across your path, laughter that rises and lifts you. A gentle nudge that feels providential. I arrange these little bursts of light to reach you. I am not far when you ache for direction or replay moments seeking clarity. Choose to believe that goodness can still find its way into your story. Even when evidence seems thin, you are not abandoned. My comfort is real. It settles into anxious places. There will be setbacks, Voices will whisper you are not enough, that progress is impossible, that hope is naive. Do not make those whispers your truth. My words are stronger than the doubts that trouble you at night. My promise outlasts every fear. The world may value achievement and quick fixes, but I delight in your willingness to keep turning to me. Release the tight grip on outcomes, and you will move with the current of my wisdom. I am not measuring you against anyone else. Each heart grows in its season. What looks like delay I often use for preparation, shaping roots that steady you in storms. Do not hurry past this moment, assuming meaning is only up ahead. As you listen now, I am breathing strength into your spirit. Notice the gentleness of how I have held you through restless nights, the subtle relief that comes when you simply breathe and remember you belong. There is no checklist to complete for my favor. Feel the peace rising like water at your feet when you remember the mornings I brought you safely into a new day. Gratitude need not be forced. It can be a quiet exhale as burdens lift in the warmth of my presence. If you carry disappointment, I see its weight, and you do not have to pretend for my sake. I hold your dreams and your grief. Come as you are when others overlook or misunderstand you. I call you chosen not by accident or performance, but because my affection for you is settled and sure. The places that ache draw my attention. I tend the wounded places others hurry past. My answers sometimes look different than you imagined. In the hush between asking and receiving, I am teaching you to recognize my voice, to trust my timing, to spot the quiet evidence of grace. When temptation comes to force an outcome, pause. Remember that my timing is perfect. Patience is not empty waiting, but deepening trust. The quiet seasons invite intimacy. Keep inviting me into the small routines of your day. As you rise, walk, and settle, whisper your need and your thanks. I delight to be welcomed into every nook. Each small surrender meets my reassurance. Let the knowledge of my steady presence quiet your heart while the world clamors for your attention. You can rest knowing I am working both seen and unseen. Do not confuse gentleness with absence. In the slow unfolding of your life, I am guiding you, opening opportunities and shielding you from harm you cannot perceive. Even a closed door has purpose. Behind every no I give, there is a greater yes being prepared. When I tell you you are seen, you are fully understood. Nothing is hidden from me. Every longing and question is safe here. I am not frustrated by your waiting. I am drawing you into maturity and hope. Place a hand over your heart and feel the steady rhythm within. That is my gift renewed with every beat. I am not asking for perfection, only that you return to me honestly and hopefully. When your energy wanes, let surrender be a doorway for my peace to enter. I will provide what you need for today. My grace is abundant, measured not by your output, but by your openness to receive. You were made for relationship, for closeness with me that sustains through uncertainty. In weakness, I am your strength. In confusion, I am your clarity. My love is deep and enduring as the mountains, as sure as the dawn. Look for me in small places, quiet acts of courage, daily mercies that surround you. I am at work even in silence, drawing you nearer and forming you for what's coming. You are stepping through a doorway you once thought locked. Feel the handle warm under your palm. Sense possibility pulsing in your veins. Yesterday's struggles may still tug at you, but my presence surrounds and steadies. Pause, breathe, and notice the air, charged with promise. You have not arrived by accident. Every weakness you thought disqualified you has made room for my power. Do not fear the unknown before you. I have gone ahead, lighting a path you are only beginning to see. Remember the lie that said you're too broken. I know your battles, the ones behind closed doors and the ones in your mind. Every tear, every quiet gasp for help, I witnessed them all. You have wondered if anyone could truly understand your exhaustion, or if wholeness will come. Hear this now. I am healing what you hid even from yourself. That ache is not your end. It is soil for new life. Lift your hand to your chest and feel the heartbeat. Steady, persistent, unwilling to quit. That rhythm proves my spirit has not left you. In stillness, I whisper truths you are ready to hold. I am not merely restoring you to who you were. I am unfolding greater strength from every scar and surrender. Your identity is not defined by what tried to destroy you, but by the love continually rebuilding you. Say it quietly. I am not who I was. I am chosen. I am beloved. Let those words break through resistance. Watch your breath steady and your spirit rise. You sense a shift beneath the surface. A longing to be more, to step higher, to leave smallness behind. Your mind may race. What if change is impossible? What if disappointment returns? I built you for transformation. Resistance means newness is coming. My nearness does not depend on feelings. It flourishes most in uncertainty. Anchor each breath in my embrace. Old wounds may flicker to the surface. Not setbacks, but invitations. Pain resurfacing is an opportunity for me to rewrite your story right where it hurts. Stop burying your brokenness. Give it to me. When you trust me with the places you once guarded, peace slips in and starts to bloom. When doubt tries to choke your confidence, remember I did not call you because you had it all together. I chose you because my strength shows up perfectly in your admitted need. Notice how burdens ease when you release them. You are becoming a living example of resurrection. In body, spirit, breath, and hope. I am raising you for purposes beyond your own healing. Your wounds will become wells of comfort for others thirsty for hope. The world will be drawn to compassion forged in your trials. You are a carrier of light. Do not underestimate the ripple your yes creates. There are people watching, hungry for a sign that life can be new. The courage you muster today opens paths for tomorrow's healing. For people whose names you do not yet know, I am multiplying every small act of surrender, every whispered prayer, every choice to believe again when quitting felt easier. Vulnerability carries sacred authority. When you tell the truth about your battles, you clear the way for love to enter and heal. You may fear exposure or judgment when you share weakness. Know this: no voice raised against you can reverse what I have spoken over your life. The approval that sustains you will never be found where the world mistakenly seeks applause. Today you may meet moments of gentleness, a stranger's kindness, a song that lifts you, clarity in chaos. These are breaths of my spirit. Within 72 hours, watch for a phrase or encouragement from an unexpected source. When it comes, hold it close. It is proof I arrange even the small details for your heart's renewal. Now try a simple practice to anchor your transformation. Close your eyes for a few seconds. Breathe in deeply through your nose, filling your lungs. Hold that air, then release slowly, imagining shame and fear dissolving. As your chest relaxes, know I am with you in this breath. My spirit wraps around your soul and you are safe. All around you, others are rising with the same longing. You are part of a movement reclaiming joy from sorrow. The courage you show now sets the stage for breakthrough, not just for you, but for those whose freedom ties to yours. You are not a solitary story. Together, countless others become living testimonies of grace. You may feel boldness rising, a readiness you didn't expect. That is the fruit of my nearness. I stir dormant dreams and assign you to places where your voice matters. Don't wait for perfect confidence before stepping forward. Your trembling yes opens doors and softens hearts. Watch momentum build when you move in faint faith. When fear whispers, "What if you fail again?" answer boldly. Old cycles are broken not by your might, but by my enduring power. Each day you rise is testimony to watching powers that love is stronger than despair. Feel hope strengthen in you. Breathe. You are not who you once were. You are crossing into more. There is more to discover, more love to experience. Stay present. I am not finished. Expect something new to be shown. Each morning, I stand close as you open your eyes, hoping you'll sense my delight before worries rush in. My love is not measured by your energy or composure. It is anchored in my promise. Bring restlessness and doubt back to me. Even as a wordless groan, I understand before you speak. No weariness can keep me from lifting you as sunlight filters through your window, or as night hushes your world. Sometimes my presence is a hush. Sometimes it arrives with the force of joy that makes heaviness leave. Trust that in tiredness I plant strength, revealed in small kindnesses. Let gratitude rise naturally. The smile of a loved one, the warmth of a cup, the memory of troubles that no longer rule you. These simple gifts ready you to see larger wonders just beyond sight. Fear may whisper you're unqualified or forgotten, but I called you mine before you could earn it. When anxiety presses, I draw nearer to you in silence rather than in striving. I hold what you have laid at my feet, disappointments named and unnamed, until your heart is ready to carry hope again. Not even your most fragile prayers are wasted. You might ask why waiting feels long, why doors move slowly, or why I guide you away from a path you expected. There is wisdom growing beneath frustration that patient love alone can cultivate. What looks like delay often widens your capacity for joy and trust. In stillness, if you listen, you will receive a gentle, unwavering reassurance. No day is wasted when lived with me. Imagine my hand on your shoulder, steady and warm. Let your heartbeat remind you that you are wanted, not rushed. My timing holds you. Nothing essential will pass you by. If you stand on uncertain ground, I am your stability. When you feel overlooked, hear my quiet affirmation. You are seen. I delight in your smallest acts of faith, every unseen kindness, every brave yes and honest plea. When the path grows dim and you long for a sign, remember you do not walk alone. Even when clarity is scarce, with each unsure step, I light the next. Not with fanfare, but with gentle illumination. Don't carry tomorrow's burdens today. I am enough for you now. Each concern you bring grows lighter with the strength I lend, moment by moment. Think now of those you love, some near, some far. Lift their names and trust my reach extends farther than you can see. My protection surrounds them as it does you. As you pray for their safety and healing, release them into my care. Trust that my compassion for them runs deeper than your own. Entrusting them makes room for peace to return to your spirit. Let your breath slow. Notice the quiet or the bustle around you. This is a holy pause, not wasted time. You honor me not by achievement, but by making room for my presence in the ordinary. In unhurried moments, I remind you who you are. Not someone who must earn love, but one who is claimed, cherished, never abandoned. My pleasure in you does not shift with success or failure. Come as you are, the invitation stands every hour. I ask for your heart, not perfection. Let honesty shape today, not shame. When you stumble, let my mercy catch you swiftly. When thoughts race, let my peace slow them. Every question you carry, I hold gently. No request is too small. Stay open in conversation with me. I am not finished speaking. I am never far. I am not finished with you, not even close. Even now, deep work happens inside you that you cannot yet name. Much has shifted. Courage where fear once ruled. Tenderness where numbness settled. Doubts are being drowned out by my truth. You have not misheard me nor gone too far for mercy. I see the ache for restoration, and I stoke that flame, calling forth what still dares to believe in new beginnings. Right now you stand on holy ground. Even if surroundings seem ordinary, my spirit hovers, preparing to bring order from chaos. Rooms in your soul, once barred, are gently opening. I am redeeming what you buried out of shame and making it for glory. Your story is not defined by the darkest chapter. What I am writing now outshines every shadow. Take this breath. Hand me your heart and feel my nearness. The atmosphere around you is thick with possibility because I dwell here. Do you feel warmth that is not imagined? That is my comfort wrapping wounded places, whispering, "You are mine, you are safe." Return to this inner sanctuary and remember you carry a peace that cannot be shaken because my presence lives in you. Voices of accusation that once ruled are being silenced by the authority of my love. You will think differently about yourself, your future, and your pain, because I am doing a new thing even in your thinking. Your mind is being renewed where torment once took hold. When anxiety presses, pause and invite me to fill your lungs with assurance. It will become easier to hear my voice above all others. No longer live as if you are orphaned, striving to earn what I freely give. My arms are open always, for the desiring, not the deserving. What the enemy meant to separate only drove you deeper into my embrace. What tried to harden your heart prepared the soil for greater compassion. I am not shaping perfection. I am forming authenticity. Remember the lie that said you were too far gone. That voice is unmasked. My blood speaks mercy over you, silencing shame. You never need to hide, not even in weakness. Say it out loud if you can. I am not who I was. I am chosen. I am beloved. Let those words break through, and watch your breath steady and spirit rise. Soon you will notice subtle miracles in ordinary moments. Clarity on waking, peace settling in a draining day, kind words from someone unaware of your struggle. These are signs of my movement. Gentle, not frantic. What you feared would never heal is already transforming. Your wounds carry purpose. This week there may be a surge of courage you did not expect. Recognize my hand in that empowerment. When you lie down to sleep, sense my nearness like a soft light. Even in darkness, you are being healed and commissioned. I do not restore merely to return you to what was. I raise you as a bearer of hope to a world desperate for it. The peace I give will overflow through you, touching others in ways you cannot yet imagine. You will speak words that mend shattered hearts because you have walked where they stand. My anointing flows through your vulnerability more than through polished strength. Beloved, I bring resurrection from ruins. I reframe defeat with hope and turn mourning into purpose. My timing is exact. Nothing has set you back beyond possibility. Look ahead with holy expectation. The season is shifting. Where you once braced for disappointment, brace now for wonder. Let my words echo louder than your past. Let my promises anchor you when waves threaten. Never forget you are shielded, covered, championed by the one who calls you by name. I have not merely touched your circumstances. I have reoriented your destiny from within. Old fears will lose their grip and spontaneous gratitude will rise in daily routine. This is no longer survival, but thriving in partnership with the one who knows the end from the beginning. You and I and you, this is the union your soul sought. My delight in you is immeasurable. You are eternally secure in my embrace. My words are living seeds planted in you today. Hope, resilience, vision, authority. Tend them by returning to this place of communion. When strength falters, you are never left alone. Each time your heart whispers my name, I answer. Every tear caught, every sigh heard. As you step into your days, know I travel with you into boardrooms and bedrooms, through laughter and loss. Nothing is too mundane, nothing too broken for my touch. Rise now, chosen one. Walk as a messenger of healing, a vessel of radiant peace. Carry the fire I have kindled. There will always be more glimpses of my glory for those willing to see with new eyes. Transformation accelerates each time you yield. Every approach, every drawing near, every risk to believe again continues your story. My voice will keep speaking, shaping you with tenderness and power. I am not letting go. Amen.